say a word. Ever.
How we recording? Sweet.
Alright, well 13 months ago, to the day, I made sure it was the 27th because we started
that's awesome.
on the day that
Really?
the 3DS launched, the March 27th, 2011.
Yeah, we did.
It is now 1 year and 1 month past that day, and we're finally going to finish this best DS list.
Alright. Let's. If you didn't recognize that voice on its own, that was Alex Lena. I'm, of course, Brock Morgan. We are joined also by Dave Marshall.
Hey.
Let's see. If you're listening to this, clearly you like us way too much. But you know, we posted this, obviously, if you're hearing it. So you might not know about the extravagant detail we've gone through to bring this this final phase of the list to you. Let's get a retrospective on what brought us to this point, how much work we've done, what we played, how we played it. Get some of that information.
We started with a list of 155 DS games, and now we're down to 31. That's about it.
Okay. Okay. Detail unimportant. The first phase of this process is going through some special awards, warming us up. You know, getting our argumentative skills ready for the bloodbath that will be the top 30. But we are going to start off with some preliminary work. For example, categories like the best looking game on the DS, the best use of the the unique systems and features of the platform, best story and writing, main character, supporting character, music, things like that. I think we're starting off with best looking DS game, so let's go ahead and get into that. Each of us has prepared 5 nominees, and we'll be whittling those down to a winner for each category. Dave, go ahead and get your vocal cords working and tell us your 5 nominees that you're bringing to the table for the best looking game on the Nintendo DS.
You said we each prepared 5 nominees?
Ideally.
Prepared is a bit of a stretch.
Well,
Rushed together. 5.
Rushed, thrown, tossed together, yeah.
This is the pre-show, so it's we're
Fair enough. Best looking game, do you just want the winner? Or do you want
no, give nominees.
Just go your 5.
Okay, all 5 of them.
Yeah.
Alright, best looking game on the DS, in my humble opinion. Okamiden has a very unique style that is only seen in the original Okami game on the Wii. But it's very beautiful. I'm just gonna say them. Okamiden, Radiant Historia, Hotel Dusk, Ghost Trick, and then I think that the best looking game of the DS is The World Ends With You.
I was so close to nominating 3 of those. Like Radiant Historia just missed the cut. World Ends With You just missed the cut for me, and Hotel Dusk just missed the cut.
Really?
I really wanted those 3, but
Hotel Dusk almost won it for me, actually.
it was close.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was close.
Because I really like that black and white, grainy texture.
The visual novel, hand-drawn style.
Yeah.
All right. I had a somewhat differing list. I had three different ones here, but I will echo the nominations of Ghost Trick and Okamiden. Okamiden does such a great job of taking that incredibly unique visual style from Okami on the PS2 and the Wii, and bringing it onto a handheld platform. It still manages to retain that fantastic hand-drawn old Japanese look. And Ghost Trick just features flat out some of the best 2D sprite work ever in gaming, period. And just the animation is fantastic, and some of the environments are really interesting. I threw on Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. That game's always done great cutscenes, but the way it represents London in both its current and future state, and what they do with some of the technology there is really nice to look at. Pokemon Black and White, doing some interesting 3D work, most notably the bridges. If you played that game, doing some really interesting things with that on the system, so I felt that was worthy of a nomination. And the complete dark horse, in no way going to win or even be nominated by both other people, Big Bang Mini, because that game is a colorful explosion that is really not replicated too many other places on the platform. And I really love that game, so more people need to play that. It's good stuff.
It's definitely better looking than most.
What about
Yes.
Geometry Wars?
Geometry Wars, I love, but
It's
that
similar.
game is all lines.
But
it's
visually, they're similar.
I disagree.
Yeah.
There's a lot more going on in Big Bang Mini. Geometry Wars gets the job done, but Big Bang Mini really adds an artistic flair missing from the vector art of Geometry Wars.
Yeah. All right. I also had Okamiden, which is just gorgeous. It's a little blocky at times, but it's a DS game. and definitely good enough to be top 5 for me. Ghost Trick also echoed because it's awesome in motion, a technological marvel, if you would. I nominated Professor Layton and the Curious Village, which is any of the Professor Layton games would do, because those cutscenes are probably some of the best moments on the system. They just look great.
Yes, they do.
I nominated Viva Pinata Pocket Paradise,
Awesome.
because it is technically very good looking. And then I started Spirit Tracks yesterday.
Oh!
And those look great. That and Phantom Hourglass both look as good as Wind Waker could on the DS.
Phantom Hourglass barely missed the cut for me. Yeah. It was way up there. But yeah, that game does look good.
And I'll talk some more about Spirit Tracks when we get to our top 31.
All right. I'm going to be repping that. That'll be interesting. All right, so we've got our list. We have 11 of a potential 15 nominees. To recap, we all mentioned Okamiden and Ghost Trick. Well, most of us did. No, we all did.
Yeah, that's right.
Other outliers: Radiant Historia, Hotel Dusk, The World Ends With You, Unknown Future, Black and White, Pokemon Black and White, Big Bang Mini, Professor Layton and the Curious Village, Viva Pinata, Pocket Paradise, and The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. What are we getting rid of?
And we're going to have one winner and 4 runners.
One winner and 4 runners up. Yeah. Well, I mean, can we pretty much the fact that all 3 of us said?
I was about to say, which one wins, Okamiden or Ghost Trick?
Yeah, Ghost Trick and Okamiden, definitely top 2.
Okay. We need
3 more.
We do need 3 more. So, what in there makes the cut?
I guess out of my remaining 3, I'd push for Spirit Tracks, but
Spirit Tracks is, I didn't have as much experience with that as Phantom Hourglass, but I assume it looks better.
they look about the same, if not better.
Yeah. You'll push Hotel Dusk. It's very unique. Out of my picks there, I guess I'd push Unknown Future, Big Bang Mini.
Yeah, I think we can add Unknown Future, because I had Curious Village, and it was the only other one we had duplicates of.
Fair enough.
All right. So yeah, we'll throw in. You said Unknown Future.
We could even make it Last Spectre because it's the newest.
True.
I don't know.
We could go with yeah. We didn't play that one.
Neither of us have seen it. But yeah, Unknown Future's fine.
Okay. 2 more. The World Ends With You was up there. It was. I don't know. It's the character art's really interesting, but I don't really know how much the rest of what it does.
I restarted it again today.
Oh, you did?
It looks really good.
Okay, all right.
It does. They do the city really well.
But yeah, it didn't make my top 5, but it is pretty good looking. Well, we still need 2 more.
We need 2 more.
Would you want The World Ends With You or Hotel Dusk more, Dave?
Ooh.
You said The World Ends With You was your number 1, though, wasn't it?
Yep. So The World Ends With You.
I guess I could do that in Spirit Tracks.
Yeah, I could support that.
Okay.
So our 5 potential enders here: Okamiden, Ghost Trick, Unknown Future, The World Ends With You, and The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Do we have a winner?
My winner was Ghost Trick.
I would have said Okamiden.
I personally was thinking Ghost Trick the whole time. I mean, that game just visually looks awesome. Yep. I mean, just really, really good. Dave's cringing a little bit for those of you not in the room with us right now.
It's fine.
Could be the yellow.
It could be the yellow Sour Patch Kid he is eating, yes.
The thing about this is you can only eat like 4 of them.
Or the 12 sliders that he just had.
That could be producing some gastrointestinal distress, making itself evident on his visage.
I'm so not done.
You're so not done?
Not calling it yet.
You got what? 18 more to go. You got this. So, Ghost Trick, our winner, with
I second that, yeah.
the others
as
runner-up. Dave, acceptable? All right. So, the best-looking game on the Nintendo DS, according to the 3 of us, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, made by the same people who made the Phoenix Wright games. Go play that. It's awesome. Get to the ending. Holy crap. But that's an entirely different discussion.
Story/writing?
Story. But, all right. So, moving on to the best use of the system. We'll have some fun here, I'm sure.
Start with you.
All right, yeah, well, we'll go with me this time. All right. I'm going to throw out Big Bang Mini again. It's completely reliant on the touch controls and the flick action, and it does work really well in that game. It's very precise, and you need to be precise to finish the 13-stage final boss that game has, and is absolutely ridiculous. So I threw that on there. Again, Dark Horse nominee. It's something that I knew probably wouldn't be represented anywhere else. Elite Beat Agents, one of the original rhythm games on the system. Again, complete use of touch functionality, but it works. Not my favorite game, but it's there, and I figured that one will probably be... We might hear a little bit more about that game later. Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, I believe, unless I'm mistaken, that one introduced a lot of touch-based mechanics, such as forensic work and stuff like that. A little bit more, pushing that...
On my list.
Oh, you're going to need that.
Yeah, I'll grab it. You go ahead, keep talking.
All right. It brought a little bit more DS functionality into the already stellar series, and pushed the interactivity of evidence, finding and categorizing. It took that a bit of a step forward, so I felt it deserved some recognition in this category. The Legend of Zelda: Phantom Hourglass, and again, this could be partially because I haven't played Spirit Tracks. I don't know if it's all that different, but Phantom Hourglass, once you get used to the stylus-based movement and controls, it does actually start to feel all right. And using a particular function of the system that I didn't know existed until that game, closing and opening the lid, entering sleep mode and coming back out of it. It does a lot of unique things that really invoke all of the various features of the system. So I thought that deserved recognition. And then Guitar Hero, any of the Guitar Hero games on the system, for just making Guitar Hero work on a handheld and doesn't murder your hand if you have normal-sized hands like I don't. But just bringing Guitar Hero to the platform and making it work really well, strumming on the touch screen and having buttons in the GBA slot, I thought was just a really inventive way of bringing that game to even more people, even faster, which eventually killed it. So, yeah, I guess that's where I'm coming from on the use of the system.
All right. I'm going to nominate Okamiden because it does a great job using the touchscreen, uses lots and lots of it. I know you have to blow on the game a couple times to get rid of some clouds.
Okay.
So that's fun. I nominated Scribblenauts because it uses... A lot of people didn't like the stylus-based movement, but the use of the letters, the letter recognizer was pretty solid in that game as well.
Yeah.
And in that vein, I also nominated Brain Age, which uses all kinds of the system stuff.
True.
I nominated The World Ends With You for the badges, all require different movements and all these crazy different things that it has you do. And The Legend of Zelda: Phantom Hourglass as well also. I know we've talked about it where a whole moment I'm like, no way it's going to make me actually close it, then I closed it, and I opened it, and it was like, yes!
Now see, you had that realization instantly. I was stuck there for a week, which made me absolutely hate the game. But yeah, not knowing that could happen.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was a pretty awesome moment when that happened. I wish that happened after a week.
Yeah.
Oh boy, a week.
It was about a week. All right, so we've got 4 additional nominations from Alex there, and then 1 echo of Phantom Hourglass. Dave, what you thinking?
Okay. I nominated Scribblenauts.
Okay.
Because, like Alex said, the recognition, the letter recognizer was very, very well done.
All right.
I nominated Hotel Dusk because I actually thought that the whole graphic novel style was a very unique way to go.
Yeah, holding like a book is...
Yeah.
It's pretty
Okay.
I also nominated the Guitar Hero game
All right.
series because, yeah, the USB finger buttons are really, really something. Also nominated Okamiden and the Trauma Center games.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Because
that's a really...
the
Yeah, I'm glad
ability
you said
to
that.
use the stylus as a scalpel is pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
that's really it. All right, so
They doubled up a lot there.
yep, yeah. So three of his 5 were doubles. We carried over Phantom Hourglass through 2 of them, Guitar Hero through 2, Okamiden on 2, Scribblenauts on 2. So there's something to be said for that. So we've got four duplicates.
My winner was Phantom Hourglass. I think Nintendo does a great job using their own system and making it available for other developers, even though a lot of them don't use it.
Yeah.
More of a showcase on the Wii, but that's the next list.
Oh.
Spoilers.
Look forward to that, folks. I know Davis. So yeah, we've got 4 duplicates. We have 1 more slot to fill if we want to do that before deciding a winner. So games that were said that weren't duplicated by anyone: Big Bang Mini, Elite Beat Agents, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, The World Ends With You, and Hotel Dusk, and the Trauma Center games. I didn't say it, but I feel like the Trauma Center games probably have to be on there.
You say Brainy?
Oh, I didn't say Brain Age. My mistake. Brain Age as well.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd go between Brain Age and the Trauma Center games.
Because Brain Age uses the microphone as well.
It does.
I almost nominated the first Phoenix Wright game just for objection.
Yep.
And I shot that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It didn't always work.
No, it didn't, unfortunately.
But when it did, it was so awesome.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
So we're going to keep those 4 that we doubled?
I would think so. That seems logical.
Yeah.
And what else?
If anybody wants to not keep one, that's fine.
I mean, I'd rather have World Ends With You over Okamiden, but just as...
I don't know. I don't know. Dave, what do you think there? Twirly over Accommodate?
Yes.
Yeah? Alright. Switching out Okamiden for The World Ends With You. We still have 1 more spot.
I'd probably going to say Brain Age over Okamiden. And Scribblenauts. But I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the writing recognition was okay, but
Yeah.
that game could have probably been done. Well, it's been done on iOS now at this point.
Yeah.
It might even work better. So, Brain Age over Scribblenauts.
Would you say that, Jim?
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
It's only like a 7-year-old game this morning.
Something, you know. Launch titles for the win.
Yep.
We still have 1 more spot.
I knew Trauma Center.
Trauma Center?
yeah.
It was your nominee.
it was-
Okay. We have our 5. The Legend of Zelda, Phantom Hourglass, the Guitar Hero games, The World Ends With You, Brain Age, and the Trauma Center series. What wins?
I could definitely see Guitar Hero winning, but my vote's for Phantom Hourglass.
Mm. See, Trauma Center was my winner.
Not wrong.
So that surprised me, and neither of you said it.
Yeah.
That's yeah. I mean, I think that was just oversight on my part. I do think Guitar Hero is a strong contender on this list.
I'd go for
But-
that, though.
I mean, I don't know if it's.
Definitely most inventive use.
It is it is a very inventive use of the system. Whether it really makes the most of what's there, it's like it has a touchscreen, and we made this thing that plugs into this.
It does. It adds its own peripheral. It uses the touchscreen and it uses the microphone.
Oh, it does use. That's right. That's how you use Star Power.
Go, yeah, rock on.
That's right. Yeah, you can just. Okay, I forgot
yeah,
about the
yeah.
microphone function.
I'll
So
be-
yeah, I guess that is a little.
I would go with Guitar Hero. I guess. I'm good with that.
All right. So
Although Phantom Hourglass is definitely the most meaningful use, but I'm definitely good.
probably it's. But I mean,
Even
like,
the note system in the game was pretty.
yeah, I mean, I remember hearing that a Guitar Hero game was announced for the DS and just being, what? What?
This is madness.
It is. I mean, Rock Band Unplugged came out. The Lego Rock Band came out, which is a copy of Rock Band Unplugged for the PSP, and just use buttons, which Guitar Hero could have perfectly well done. But Vicarious Visions decided we gonna be crazy and release this awesome peripheral. So
Yeah. 3 games for it in like a year.
Yep.
Maybe 2 years.
I think there was a game where there was a year where there were 5 Guitar Hero games released, and that was part of it. It was
ridiculous.
5 or 6, something like that. It was crazy.
All right, looks like that's a
So,
winner.
all right, the Guitar Hero
That is how you
games.
kill your franchise, right there.
It's yeah. I'm sure Activision was taking notes, or just playing them. Those Guitar Hero. Bad jokes aside, we'll just edit that in and bring that back. So right after I said it, we have the laugh for everybody. That's not much better.
We have to have Titus laughing in every episode.
Yep.
We're editing.
Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll figure out how it works.
So
I've never done this before.
We're not actually sending this to anybody.
Oh, we will. Yeah.
Well, I mean, right now.
We might.
Yeah, this is instantly
This
uploaded to the
exact
internet right
second.
This is being like right now. This is live streaming out to the internet. We have an audience of literally thousands.
You guys suck.
The entire
No,
nation
we're
of Paraguay.
recording.
The entire
Okay, I
nation
get
of
it.
Paraguay is listening to this as we
Paraguay.
speak. Yeah,
Can they afford the internet?
believe it or not, they are big fans of ours. I never would have believed it, but I took a summer trip there, and it was just like, you're those guys. That was just great.
Too far.
now. Also Portugal.
Portugal as well.
Or
Yeah.
other countries start with P.
Wow. The Patagonia
Yeah.
area of South America. Okay. Anyway, moving on to story and writing. Maybe this podcast would be going better if we had done some writing beforehand.
Mayhaps.
Anyway,
We're moving faster than I expected, so that's good.
that is good. Yeah,
As
we're
we should.
beating our pace. But Alex, you want to start us out with story and
Yeah,
writing?
definitely. Now I'm going to nominate Apollo Justice,
Yeah.
Ace Attorney.
Cool.
I was kind of hoping in planning the categories that this one would somewhat help with our 31.
Uh-huh.
So we have a lot of very strong story-based games
Yeah.
in our 31. So the story writing category could be very important, and I hope that it is. So.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Apollo Justice. Major spoilers. It's my favorite of the series, and that's because I know you guys don't like it.
It is distinctly number 2 for me, but
It just had,
that
for
is
me,
one of
had
some contention.
the best plot twists, and I was just jumping out of my seat, going, "Oh my god!" more times than the other ones, I suppose. And I mean, it's a culmination of the other 3 games as well.
Definitely.
Phoenix is still there, but as a supporting role, and that's kind of cool to see him still going.
Kicking
Yep.
it.
As much of a bum as he looks like.
Yep. Hobo Phoenix is often referred.
Yeah, I can see that, definitely. I'm gonna nominate The World Ends With You
All
for
right.
having a killer story.
Uh,
Some pretty funny writing. Starting it over again, I forgot all the graffiti. Shut up and get the hell out of here. I don't understand people. Yeah, that was some good writing at the start. Not really, but the rest of it's really good, and the story is excellent. You nominate 999. 9. Get this right. What is it? 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Got to get it in the right order. For having branching stories, and oh man, that game's so good.
Yes.
Story-wise, just mind-bending. Excellent. We'll probably talk about more in the top 31, I'm sure.
I would expect so.
Gonna nominate Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2. Coming hot off that one. It's got some great writing, and the story is really good. I do like the story in 1, the main broad story beats in 1 more, but I think overall now I'm at the point where I like Devil Survivor 2 in general more than 1.
Wow.
It is a
Wow.
better game than the first, but it's awesome.
All right.
So, and I'm going to nominate Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the original. Because those, pretty much all the cases, at least the 2nd, 4th, and 5th, where, how heavy are we going into spoilers here?
Way too few people have played that, so let's not.
The first one?
There are plenty of people out there who probably haven't heard of the Ace Attorney games.
Okay. Well, the 2nd, 4th, and 5th cases are really good.
Okay. We'll just say, if you don't want to know, you should stop listening. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. The second case.
Come back in 45 seconds.
Your mentor dies. The fourth case, your lead opposition is who you're defending, and the fifth case, you're the defendant. So, just all kinds of awesome going on in the first Phoenix Wright game. And spoilers.
All right.
Temporarily.
Temporarily indeed.
And that's my 5.
All right. It's a good 5. Dave, what's your 5?
Smoke monster. Oh crap.
Oh no. No.
Okay.
What?
Don't bring that up.
I know you guys watched this.
I don't watch Lost. Anyways,
I'm lost.
I'm lost. Story. The World Ends With You had a amazing story. I love the constant cycle of the game that he was in. The writing is very good. I also nominated Infinite Space. I know nobody else is going to say a word about it.
I got plenty to say about it,
Well,
but not as much.
that's for later.
The thing about the story is you gotta get through the first part of the game.
We'll cross that.
You have to get to Yuri the Man, because there's a huge plot twist.
Boy!
I know. There's a huge plot twist. And the game just, it gets dark and heavy, and
Fun.
it's always fun.
I don't know where Brock's
Talking
out
about story.
with Infinite Space, but when we get to the top 31, I'm going to need all those spoilers, because I'm at a point where I don't want to play that game. I've tried so hard, but we'll get there.
Yes.
Okay. I also nominated Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars.
Good story.
Did you toss you?
I haven't played a whole lot of it.
Well, yeah. They usually have pretty decent story.
How's it compared to the rest of the series, story-wise?
It'd probably be my third favorite, behind Vice City and San Andreas.
Yeah, so that's good to hear that it hangs well with its console brethren.
What were your
in terms
top
of story.
Yeah.
Vice City and San Andreas, you said.
Not 4.
Not as far as story goes.
Oh, so good. Okay.
The story was really good in 4, but I like San Andreas and Vice City more.
And Chinatown Wars.
Yeah.
Apparently.
And Chinatown Wars. So
Okay.
4 would be 4th.
Appropriate, I suppose.
And my 4th story nomination is 999.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
For the branchingness, the multiple endings and whatnot, and also
Okay.
just the way that all the characters tie together. It's really good. And the 5th story nomination for me is Radiant Historia,
All right. Okay.
because that game has a good story too.
Extremely close.
I'd ask you to talk a little bit more about Radiant Historia, but I'm about to, because I'm going to nominate Radiant Historia as well. I have not beaten the game, so I feel like I haven't seen the best that the story probably has to offer.
Historia.
But I've played. What did I say?
You said story.
Oh.
Historia.
Historia.
My story. The story of the game. Everything.
Historia.
But just, I mean, the ability to interact directly with the story by going back to previous events or different areas and changing things and playing a section again and doing it a different way. Just the ways that it interacts between timelines and the way that you affect the story directly through your actions really impressed me a lot in the time that I played it. It's definitely a game that, even though we'll be done with DS stuff for the most part after today, I definitely want to go back and beat that game because it plays really well and the story's really great. And it looks great. And the music's good. So
Music. Oh, that's not
oh yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. I'll also throw out Phoenix Wright 3, Trials and Tribulations. My personal favorite Phoenix Wright Ace
Really
Attorney
good.
game. Yeah. I do prefer it over Apollo slightly. There are 2 moments in that game that, as a gamer, I will never forget, and it's made such a huge impression on me that I feel it's worthy of this.
Did you say Trials?
Yep. Trials and Tribulations.
The
Trials and
Dave
Tribs.
didn't nominate Ace Attorney game, did he?
He did not.
So he doesn't have to stay asleep. Nice. See what you did.
Yeah. Now we can choose. Let's see. I'll throw out a 3rd nomination for The World Ends With You. Because even though I haven't sunk my teeth into that game as much as I should, everything I've heard from my 2 colleagues here has just been extraordinarily impressive, and I want to play that game too. I'll throw out a 2nd Apollo Justice nomination because, for all the reasons that Alex stated, that game is absolutely brilliant. And I'll throw out the only late nomination of the day, because I figured it wouldn't get heard from anybody else. Unwound Future, because it's probably going to be better than Curious Village's story was.
Not hard.
So yeah, not difficult, but I feel like those games are the story.
They're definitely well written too.
And the puzzles. So the game's got to hinge on that, and it was doing a very good job of keeping me engaged. So
Yeah.
there it is.
Especially the third game in when they're all similar. Very similar game.
Yep. So several nominations.
Oh man, this was killer for me on choosing a winner, and I'm
10 nominees.
still
Yep.
toiling.
That's what debate's for.
I had to pick Apollo Justice as my winner, but 999 is so good. Ah! Kills me.
Well, let's see what Dave thinks about it. Dave, your winner or winners or things you were debating between winning, or thoughts in general.
I'm going to shamelessly plug Infinite Space. There we go. I'm choosing a feudal argument.
Oof.
Again, I don't know where Brock's at with spoilers on that one, but enlighten us.
I know.
Yeah, no, it's Infinite Space's game is up. So if you're gonna sell us on story, you gotta do it now.
I know. Okay. The whole thing is there's like kind of a confederation that are trying to they're basically like an empire. They control everything. And as you are growing under what is her name? See, this is gonna be really janky, awkward explanation of this game. Okay, anyways, there's this authority, government, and as he's growing up, like, his mentor, the chick, what is her name?
Names aren't important.
She gets killed by them, and then, like, credits roll, and then it
snap,
comes
like
up.
the girl,
Yes.
the pink,
Yes.
the white hair dies.
She gets killed in front of Yuri.
That's a big deal.
It's
So
a
when is that?
huge deal. You find out that actually she is also his sister.
Right. That was
You
heavily
knew
alluded
that?
to in the start. So
But anyway, she dies, and then credits roll, and then it starts
Oh,
with Yuri
dang.
the Man.
okay, that's cool.
And Yuri the Man is a much, much, much darker person.
Right.
He has bitter hatred for this, like, corporation.
The Empire.
Yeah, the Empire. And then, like, actually, and then at that point, like, an alien race comes in,
Interesting.
and they start trying to take over everything.
So they're out of the Empire.
Right.
And-
And then he's trying to figure out a way to basically save everything.
So he has to be both.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
I mean,
And it's just
these aliens. Are they like? Do they have language? Or they talk to you?
They are.
Are they the Reapers?
Well, kind of actually. Kind of.
I had forgotten in the Golden with you had Reapers.
Yep.
But I just think it's really neat how the just like the darker tone that it changes. It's kind of like Infinite Undiscovery when Capel just becomes hateful for like 2 hours of the
loses
game.
his innocence.
Right.
Yep.
He loses innocence. Yuri loses his innocence. But see, I'm actually it didn't even win the story category for me.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted you guys to realize how good the game
Alright.
is.
It
It is a
sounds
great game.
pretty good.
And I actually enjoy the gameplay. I know you guys don't, but I do. I would love to play that game again, actually.
It's probably gonna be hard to find, I would imagine.
It probably would be.
Let me look it up. Anyway, what was your winner then?
My winner for the story was actually 999.
Okay. I can't remember. Did you play Apollo?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, my winner was 999.
I-
Just the way that all the just the way that all the characters intertwined with each other, and the way that all of their just their interactions.
I mean, we didn't have a category for thematic elements, but 999 goes so much more than the story and writing to its greatness, to add to its story and writing. There's so much meta themes, and it's like all this collective unconscious, and it works on the player because there's multiple playthroughs, and you play the next time through knowing what's going to happen, and it's just insane.
Mm-hmm. All right, so your winner was, Alex?
It was Apollo, but
it was Apollo.
closely
Dave's is 999, and
999.
honestly, I could throw this either way. Both are absolutely fantastic. I personally would probably give the edge to Apollo simply because I mean, it's doing more with an established universe. You know some of the characters, you see some of the characters again. Just the way that Phoenix works his way in there, even though he's not the main character of the game. All the stuff that happens in the latter quarter of that game, it's just I guess I'd probably give the edge there just because you're already invested in that universe and some of those characters and how that's working. You can make the same argument for 999 because you have to play it 6 times.
And isn't it more impressive for it being on its own and not having all that established story, I guess. I mean, that's why I picked Apollo as well, because it's a culmination of so much. It's much more than just its game.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Trials and Tribulations. But there is a direct sequel coming out to 999.
Yep.
3DS this year.
Was it announced for this year?
Yeah. Late this year. Came out in February. We just looked it up.
What the heck?
Yeah.
What? Okay, news to me. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, what's it called?
Zero something. We just looked it up. I can't remember.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Zero's
Well, that's
first word.
That's really awesome.
It's got a picture of it. I guess.
Yeah, it's got 0 on the top and like 2 people.
Wait a second.
That we've never
Never
seen
mind.
before.
Spoilers.
Okay. All right. So that's good. Did well enough to get a sequel. That's all.
Yeah, definitely.
But we still have to choose a winner and other nominees. So
Hey.
we can work on that while we're thinking about who should
Think
win.
about this though. Actually, I'm probably gonna kill it for it right now. 999 gets a sequel. Ace Attorney was the 3rd sequel.
That's kind of what we were saying. Right?
Yeah, why it's so.
Like that's
Right.
It is so good because it is getting a.
Right, so I'm kind of killing my own nomination for 999 because I'm throwing in
Okay.
huge support towards Ace Attorney right now.
I guess I didn't know that was huge support.
Apollo wins.
I guess we'll give it. I guess our winner will be Apollo Justice.
Right, I'm essentially changing my vote.
Okay.
I didn't get that from what you were saying. I apologize. So our winner is Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. Our other
You
nominees:
need to edit so much.
999.
999, Twelly.
This will be like 10 minutes long by the time we're done editing.
It'll just be disjointed sentences, just the entire time.
Yeah.
Different people cutting together words. So 999, Twelly. We got 2 more. Other nominees. Those were the only duplicants. Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2, the original Ace Attorney, Ace Attorney Trials and Trials and Tribulations, Infinite Space, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, Raiding the Storia, Professor Layton and the Unknown Future.
I really just want to make it the last 2 Phoenix Wright games.
I fine with it. I am fine with it. I may go ahead and push that. Those are my 2 picks.
1 and 3.
We got 4. Why not?
I'll second 3.
It's a no to the original that started it all.
Well, actually,
See, this is where I want to pull up my Excel document listing every single case in ranked order. But
I have to say 3.
So what would our 5th be? Alright, so we all agree on Trials.
okay, all right. So the original Ace Attorney, Infinite Space, Jitasi wa Devil Survivor 2, Radiant Historia, Unknown Future.
I'd go with Ace Attorney, but Radiant Story would be my 2nd.
That's exactly what I was. If it's not Ace Attorney, it's got to be Radiant Historia. I would think. So we all agree that if our last one is not Ace Attorney, it should be Radiant Historia. But should it be Ace Attorney?
Although, that's only because we all played Radiant Historia for me. I like Devil Survivor 2 more than Radiant Story, honest.
Okay. I mean, sell us on that. I mean, I'm not close to the idea of having Devil Survivor 2 in there, so.
All right, yeah. The first game, I'm gonna just do broad
Sure, yeah.
plot points. The first game is all about you teaming up with God, Satan, or humanity. And I teamed up with God and laid waste and did God's will, and it was awesome. So that's why I held on to Devil Survivor 1 being so awesome the first time. And then it's just the smaller stuff that Devil Survivor 2 does such a better job on almost every way. But that big, broad premise of the ending of that game is why I like that story part more than the second. Everything else is better than the second game. It focuses more on an economical thing, almost. It doesn't say it as it's economic, but it is, because everything's about money.
Yep.
It breaks down to the world is rotten, so this administrator of the world, as it's called, Polaris, they refer to it as. It's like, you know what, this world is rotten, let's send these monsters to destroy it, basically, and it unleashes demons everywhere. And so the world's being eaten up or erased because the world is essentially just information, apparently. And so then factions in humanity start to build, and it's also discovered that if humanity's will is united, once all of these big boss monsters are destroyed, you will be presented to Polaris itself, which I still don't know what it is. I'm probably like right there. But and if you have a united humanity's will, you'll be able to change the world, and then everyone will basically have their minds rewritten almost.
Whoa. And
there will be a new world. So basically, in the new world, there were 3 factions. There were 2 for most of the game, and a third one emerges at the end. One of them's merit-based, or capitalism, and it's all about the weak are useless. So let's get rid of them, make everything on merit, and the strong will succeed. So very evolutionary as well, which capitalism is as well. So yeah. The other one was egalitarianism, or socialism, or communism. And it was based around equality. And some of my party members that were really stupid were like, I'm going with that one, because I'm really stupid. And it made for some really good conversation and debate among your party members, and there are definitely battles where you have to fight your party members. So that was emotional and heart-wrenching, and pretty awesome. And then the side that I actually teamed up with is like, both of these are too extreme, I ain't gonna have any of this. We don't know what we're going to do. So that's the one I went with.
You chose to not choose.
Exactly. But we still have to fight. And it's hilarious because it's all about, is this whole equality thing worth fighting your friends for? But we're going to fight you because we don't think you should be fighting with your friends. And it's hilarious. But then what happens is all 3 groups come together and they're like, all right, we're all going to battle it out. And whoever wins, everyone teams up with. So I'm past all that. Everyone's on my side.
Wow.
And now I'm about ready to go see Polaris. It's like, where I'm at. How did you stop there? There is a little bit more to it, but I don't really much.
Did you beat the game?
I have not beaten it.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, yeah, that's a rough part to stop on.
So close.
All right.
But yeah, and there are some, tonally it's really weird. I've talked about that a little bit. I'm talking about Devil Survivor 2, but it goes from laid back to extremely serious very quickly. Yeah.
So your fifth slot entry would be Devil Survivor 2?
Overrating Historia. I could probably push for Ace Attorney 1 though, over that.
Okay. Dave, your choice. 5th slot.
Because we got the world ends with you, right?
Yes, it's on.
What are choices again?
Our additional options for this 5th slot. Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2, the original Ace Attorney, Infinite Space, I screwed that up again. Grand Theft Auto, Chinatown Wars, Radiant Historia, and Professor Layton in the Unwound Future. So, Dave, what is your pick?
Sounds like we can get rid of Jita Siwal
Yeah.
and Layton.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I really want to say Radiant Historia. Either that or the original Ace Attorney.
We've covered that. We have covered that it is probably one of those 2.
I know. My vote's Radiant Historia.
My vote's Ace Attorney.
There you go.
Well, that's just fantastic.
There you go. Your pick. Your pick, America. Oh! And now we're just done. And we send that. And
So now all of our listener decides
that's right.
which one to pick.
That's cute.
I like it.
We think we have.
All right, guys, go ahead and text. Go ahead and text my cell phone. Let me know your choices right now.
Heck yes.
All right, we had 0 text, so I guess I'm gonna have to make the decision. I'm gonna say the original Ace Attorney. It's, I mean, a crazy twist in that game, and the way it takes you through the structure of the 5 cases, and the way that game starts, and the way that game ends, and the way it makes you completely change the way you feel about characters, and
it makes
all of those
Francisca
things
actually matter.
Yep.
Because she's
Yeah,
not
it
in the
does.
first game, but you know, pops.
Yep. You're just like, holy crap.
It's
So
like,
yeah.
whoa, she means business.
Yep.
You know who her dad is.
Oh, we did get one response. So yes.
What does it say? What does it say?
They said,
Rating a story. Oh!
they said Ace Attorney.
Yes!
Ace Attorney's America's pick. All right. Well, there you have it. Regardless of what I said, regardless of what I said, Ace Attorney is the chosen victor for our 5th slot. So
Okay.
that was legit. I put the call out, and it was answered.
You cheat.
So Ace
Yes,
Attorney,
it is.
our
You
5th
cheat.
slot. Again, Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney winning this category. 2 more Ace Attorney games taking spot in the top 5, and then The World Is With You and the phenomenal standout 999. So,
Well, if I had known that I was eligible to text vote, I would have done it too.
well,
You were too slow.
We got our decision before that. I'm sorry.
Garbage. Garbage.
So, moving right along at our brisk pace, we
Yes,
move on to
faster.
Best Main Character. 5 nominees, go!
Best main character. Keeping with the theme that we've been talking about, the Man in Blue, Phoenix Wright.
I'm sure you're going to say Stalk from Radio Story.
Phoenix Wright,
Okay, gotcha.
a phenomenal main character. Also, Stock from Radio Historia.
Oh, there it is.
Man in
Man
Red
yeah.
is a very dynamic character as well. I also voted for Junpei
Man in
from
Plaid.
999
Yep.
and Cecil
Cecil, nice. Another Man in Red.
from Ghost Trick
Okay.
and
Oh, I thought you meant Cecil from Final Fantasy IV there for a second.
no, we will not mention that game in here.
Just did.
Don't play Final Fantasy IV.
Play Final Fantasy IV, then you can see what we're groaning about.
You're wasting your time. Anyway, and my last... I know
No, it's Final
arguing-
Fantasy X.
I'm arguing with the microphone. And my last is Neku from The World
The Man in Purple.
Indeed.
With the giant headphones.
Giant headphones. They call them phones.
Shut up!
Shut up.
Was that Surf game?
Yeah. That's why we're...
I don't get me. All right. 5 good nominees. I'm going to be echoing 3 of them. I too nominated Phoenix Wright. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise.
I also nominated Neku, however you want to say, from The World Ends With You, and Stock from Radiant Historia. I also threw on the additions of Apollo Justice and Professor Herschel Layton from his eponymous games.
It was really hard for me not to nominate the Good Professor. But I did not.
Fair enough. That's all right.
Yeah. I also nominated the Phoenix.
Yep.
Neku from The World Ends With You. Junpei from 999.
Okay.
I didn't really like my last 2. I was going to nominate Herschel Layton as well, but not. I was going to go with another man of much repute, of much respect for him, and he's old.
Ooh.
I always refer to him as the Swarth.
Nice.
Henry Hatsworth is an excellent main character.
I thought I was this close. It was him or Layton. I picked Layton.
And I decided to go for most main character, and I chose Mario.
Nice.
Almost
All right.
chose Sonic, but I
Sonic showing up a lot.
I went with Mario because he's in a lot of these games, and
Oh no!
He does a pretty good job.
All right. So several nominees here. Two of them sticking out to all three of us. Two more with 2 noms, and we had 5 single mentions.
There is no way Phoenix Wright doesn't win this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I,
that's basically it.
yeah, it's
Phoenix
so,
Wright cannot win this.
Oh man. I don't know, if I get a text message saying who I think it should win,
Oh, yeah.
fastest fingers competition. No. But yeah, I agree. I don't really think there's a way that Phoenix Wright doesn't win
Right.
best main character on the system.
Right.
I couldn't remember the Hotel Dustman character, Dave. I was really close to nominating him.
It's Kyle.
Kyle Hyde. Here it is.
Oh.
I couldn't think of it earlier. What about Torresio?
I don't know that one.
Well, I thought
Yeah,
that's what it
it's
was.
right
I thought it was Torresio. Whatever.
Anyway, so we have our winner. So let's get to the all-important runners-up.
Looks like Neku's there.
Yes.
Neku, I would think, is a solid choice.
Do we have 2 Junpeis?
There were 2 Junpeis. The only issue I have with Junpei is you're essentially Junpei. I mean, like, I think a lot of what really makes his character interesting is what you do with him, as opposed to who he actually is. So I get that's the only. I mean, like we've had that debate before in previous Game of the Year discussions with that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind having him in our top 5. I just think that's the only qualm I have about it. Really is. I don't know. He is definitely he is his own character, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I can throw him in. I'll throw him in
What
there.
else we got?
We have Sissel, Stock, who also received 2 noms, Leighton, Apollo, the Swerth, and Mario.
I love it that Dave nominated Sissel and he doesn't even know.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my
he
gosh.
doesn't.
I wish I could say it. I'm not going to say
Oh
it.
my goodness! If Dave hadn't started
Say it.
playing it at all, I'd probably be willing to spoil it. But
Nope.
no,
Not happening.
absolutely not. That is
I'm
one of the
stuck.
best
I'm
moments
stuck. Say it. I'm stuck.
of last year.
I'm stuck. Say it.
Nope.
No.
I'll help you get
Tell the
unstuck if
world.
you can watch it.
Tell the world.
Nope. So I'm okay with Sissel being in there. I guess, does Stock really evolve as a character over the course of the game?
A little bit.
Okay.
I mean, I think Clayton should be on there, even though I didn't nominate him.
Yes. I would agree.
Because I was thinking, I almost added a best character or best series category, but then it's like it would just boil down to Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney coming this fall to 3DS.
Yep.
But,
So Phoenix
I don't know
Wright,
this fall.
Neku, Junpei, Leighton, Sissel?
I'd go with that.
Leighton Swerth?
I'd go with Sissel.
Okay. Dave?
Yeah. I don't even know.
You don't.
Well, you don't.
You don't, man. You don't even know what species he is. Yeah, it's that crazy. Okay,
Too good.
coming back to Earth.
Bring it back to reality. We will
Phoenix
play.
Wright is the penultimate main character on the Nintendo DS.
Agreed.
Quoted.
Back of the box score.
In the box.
All right.
All right, read them off one more time. Our final 5.
Our final 5 we have in ascending order, I guess. Sissel, Professor Herschel Layton, Junpei from 999, Neku from The Wilderness with You, and our winner, pretty much uncontested, Phoenix Wright from the famous Ace Attorney series.
Cecil's from Ghost Trick.
Cecil's from Ghost Trick. I didn't say that. I was figured we talked about that game enough, maybe, but
No, that's
Neku.
the
I-
thing.
Yes, I'm aware.
The
I'm
people.
aware. I'm aware that that's there.
The people.
Yes. Again,
Alright.
I thought we'd say.
Alright,
Anyway,
our next
moving on
category
to best
is-
supporting character. I think
Well,
we're
it's
back to
time.
me on this one. I'm supporting character. Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright. I expected it.
What?
Yeah, Phoenix Wright.
No.
Yes, supporting character.
Yes.
Apollo Justice.
Apollo Justice.
He's
Garbage.
pinnacle. Like he like the game hinges on him at a couple of different points. And
Now we
it's
just sound like fanboys.
just because
Just
I-
wait.
Yeah, it's so Supporting character. What?
Wait, you were the one
you
talking.
Voice your opinion.
You were the one talking about how secondary characters. They're all gonna be Phoenix Wright characters.
Yeah, they are.
Exactly. Phoenix Wright is a Phoenix Wright character.
So you're the one.
Boom.
No.
Beyond.
I will not.
We'll get there.
So yeah, these are all okay. I'm gonna throw Mia out there. Godot.
Wait, you gotta say which games.
These are all Ace Attorney characters. Mia is, I guess, a pretty prominent fixture in all three of the original Ace Attorney games.
Okay.
Probably the original Ace Attorney. If I'm gonna have to pick for Mia.
Good pick.
Godot is exclusively in Trials and Tribulations. He's awesome. Miles Edgeworth.
Good pick for.
Yeah, I did. I guess if I'm going to pick a game for him, it would be
the second one.
It'd probably be the second one. Yeah, Justice for All. Ace Attorney Justice for All. And then my fifth character, Luke from the Layton games.
Really close to nominating him.
Good job, Professor.
I'm saying that a lot. Ah, so creepy. Anyway. Nobody understands what that relationship really is.
Nope.
Secondary characters, I nominated Miles Edgeworth from the original Ace Attorney game.
Alright.
Actually, I'm going to nominate him from Justice for All as well. So that can be cool. So I nominate Ema Skye from the original Ace Attorney game and Apollo Justice.
Nice.
Although more so Apollo Justice. Because that was a real treat seeing her again in Apollo
Yes, it
Justice.
was.
Because she was in one of the best cases of the first game, and she was a big character in Apollo Justice.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Miles Edgeworth, I think, is the quintessential secondary supporting character. We'll cross that bridge. I'm going to nominate Kagu from Okamiden. Talk about her a little bit at a half year last year and probably Game of the Year. She is an actress aspiring in Okamiden. Very young, like all of your companions, like Chibi Terasu himself. And she is a spoiled brat at the start of it, but you see her evolve and just basically mature, and it's really cool. There's a lot of character growth there. And definitely one of my top 5 secondary characters on the DX.
Nice.
I'm going to nominate Makato from Devil Survivor 2. Lots of good Devil Survivor 1 and 2 characters, but she was definitely my favorite.
Okay.
She was really awesome because you first meet her and she's like this super strict, stringent, I work for this government-like organization that's very mysterious, and we're not going to be friends. But she lightens up a little bit, and then you begin to see her inner turmoil of working for the organization she is, and it's the merit-based one that we already talked about. And she starts seeing humanity, and she always has to block that out. She's always like, I can't. People struggling and dying from demons, and she's like, I just can't care because we have to have the strong survive because this is what we're doing, this is what we believe.
Wow.
And there's just a lot of turmoil there, and you get to push her one way or the other. And I helped her try to be a person, and that was awesome. It was great. And then Clover from 999.
Nice.
Just, you just got to play the game to really understand that one. I'm not going to go into that one. That's my 5.
All right.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Supporting characters. Miles Edgeworth,
Okay.
of course, because, yeah, he's awesome. And I cosplayed at Gen Con 3 years in a row. Godot
Sweet.
is another option. I also nominated the Commander from Elite Beat Agents.
Go!
Yes. He is awesome.
He was pretty.
Okay. How much support does he really give you?
So much support. You wouldn't know where to go.
It's-
Or when to go, more importantly.
You would not know when to go.
Right. And he's always there for you.
Always at his desk.
Right. I will also nominate Erica from Radiant Astoria.
Aruka, gotcha.
Aruka.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, not Erica, Aruka.
She's the main person on the cover.
Yep.
Princess.
Princess.
Not a spoiler.
Not a spoiler. I could throw out a spoiler. Stack system.
Whoa! Hold it!
Yep.
wasn't even there at the princess part. I didn't even get there.
I thought it was always given she was a princess.
I thought that was.
There's a scene really early where you see her talking
It's
to the
real early.
Well,
Anyways.
Yeah, anyway. But yeah, that part's a huge spoiler.
Right.
Anyway.
Cheeky. From the
spoiler
World
alert,
Ends With You.
ladies and gentlemen.
Shiki from the World Ends With You. Almost not like her. Good pick.
Is my number 5.
Wow. All right. One of our most varied lists so far.
But we all had the edgy.
We all had Edgy. I assume he wins.
I think he should,
Yeah.
I'm up for that.
because he's
Because that means that I win.
awesome. Alright, so Edgeworth wins.
Yep.
4 more.
I win.
Godot.
How many other, we didn't have very many with 2, did we?
He was the only one with 2.
Yeah, he's good.
Good dough. More like God's no.
I almost nominated Ace
I almost
from
threw my pencil. Huh?
almost nominated Ace from 999.
Yeah, I thought about it.
So I'd be okay doing a write-in on him.
Right.
I think we should have someone from 999.
Okay. Well, you have Clover there.
I do have Clover. That's why I nominated because that one ending is
Yep.
so awesome. And my favorite moment in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. But Ace is probably a fuller, more-round character.
True.
But Clover is creepy.
Yep. Ace or Clover, essentially.
What do you think, Dave?
I didn't see the creepy Clover ending.
It's the one with the axe.
Didn't see it.
I thought you saw that one twice.
Did I see that one?
No,
twice?
he saw the worst one twice.
Oh.
He saw the knife and the sub twice.
Oh.
Or this is probably the sub.
That sucks.
I didn't see a creepy.
Of course, the
Clover
knife
ending.
one's like 10 lines of dialogue after that. It's not much better.
Mm-hmm.
That one sucked!
Yep.
Anyway.
So I only know if the ending.
The axe one was me and Brock's first one. And it was traumatizing.
Yes, it was. It was. Oh, so good.
Oh, you saw the real ending stuff though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know all about Ace.
So I know about Ace, yeah.
Okay.
So I'd have to say Ace because I don't know Clover.
What do you think, Brock? Having known both.
As a character, I think I'd have to say Ace. As a character who participated in a moment, though, that is truly unforgettable, it's Clover. But if we're going best supporting character, it'd probably have to be Ace.
Okay. Is that Ace list?
Ace is in.
Alright, who else we got?
And no,
Clover.
there's not another.
Yes!
There's not another Clover. There's not another Ace Attorney reference.
He is not an Ace Attorney character. I'd be alright with Luke. I was really close to
Make you do.
I would too. Yes.
adding her.
Do it.
Luke's on.
Luke's
One
on
more.
himself.
Mia? Phoenix?
Nah.
No?
Grumblings
What else
of
we got?
disapproval.
Ima Sky? Kagu?
Yes.
Makato?
I like
Clover? The Commander? Aruka? And I think the last one you said was like Shiki from The World Ends With You. So again, recap, Edgy, our winner, followed by Godot, also from Ace Attorney, Ace from 999, Luke from the Professor Layton series, and Shiki from The World Ends With You. We're moving now on to our last category, Best Music on the system. And Alex, I believe it's your turn to start our nominations.
That it is. And my first nomination is WarioWare DIY.
Huh, alright.
And that is basically because you can make your own music, and hopefully you think you're making your own music is good, possibly the best on the system.
That's right.
So, and the stock music's good as well. So,
Nice
making
and
your
pretty.
own is cool.
Okay.
And then I nominated Might and Magic Clash of Heroes because the main battle theme got stuck in my head a lot.
Alright.
I nominated Apollo Justice Ace Attorney due to the original music being good as well as the remixes of the original. Some of the original music is, or the the early music of the series.
Yeah.
Then The World Ends With You has a lot of music. I'm not a big fan of all of it, but when it is good, it is very good, and there's just so much of it. It was impressive.
And you can set your own menu music.
And you can.
So if you like it, you can hear it a lot.
There you go. And Rating Historia for several songs getting stuck in my head. Thank you.
Alright, alright. Dave?
My nominations, Radiant Historia, definitely good music. I also threw in a vote for Elite Beat Agents.
No.
Because, yeah, the music in there is just fun. Along the same lines, I also threw a nomination towards Guitar Hero.
Okay.
It's like I'm not surprised to hear that.
Right. Also threw a nod to Trials and Tribulations.
Yeah,
That's
you did.
right. Mainly for Godot's theme, which
So
still
good.
gets stuck in my head to this day. And then my last one was The World Ends With You.
Alright. I'll go ahead and start on that same note. No, music. The World Ends With You, I also nominated because there's one particular song in that game that, Alex, you had me listen to once. It's kind of the 8-bitty
Okay. Oh,
chip
okay.
tune kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
gotcha.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Throwing another nod to Ace Attorney 3 Trials and Tribulations because there's some really awesome stuff in there. I threw out a nomination for a game not mentioned by anyone yet today, soon to change during our top 30 list, Chrono Trigger, because that game had some pretty good music. I'm not the biggest fan of the battle music itself, but a lot of the stuff in there is really good. I nominated Metroid Prime Pinball, because essentially it's taking a lot of music from the Metroid Prime games, and the music in those games is fantastic.
I had in my own nominations for these 5, I had Okami Den, Star Fox, and Hunters, Prime Hunters. Got rid of all because, yeah. I mean, because I like the music is why they were there, but...
Yeah. And I also, I'm throwing another nod towards Apollo Justice for its takes on the original music and then its own. So that's my 5. So we've got several duplicated here.
More than 5?
Not more than 5. 4, actually. So...
Alright, so let's get our last nomination first, I guess.
if we're going to carry the others, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Dave, you know you like Might and Magic music.
It is really good.
What are other options?
WarioWare DIY,
Yeah,
Might and Magic, Elite Beat Agents, the Guitar Hero series, although we might need a specific name if we're going to do that. Chrono Trigger and Metroid Prime Pinball.
Okay.
Well, I'll solve that one dilemma. We're not doing it.
Not doing what?
No
Yes.
Guitar Hero.
Oh.
Okay, no Guitar Hero.
So no Elite Beat Agents then either.
Right.
Okay, takes care of that. So no licensed soundtracks. Chrono Trigger, Metroid Prime Pinball, Might and Magic, and WarioWare are the remaining 4.
We get rid of WarioWare. Might and Magic. Pick Might and Magic. Come on, Dave.
I just played Might and Magic today.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I cannot remember what that battle music is.
Were you just doing battles?
Quick
or
battles.
just-
Yeah,
Oh.
that was why.
Yeah,
Maybe.
might do.
Okay. Well then, I will. If you say the music in the campaign's really good, I
It
will
is.
go with you on that.
It is very good.
Dave, you think?
Yeah, pretty good.
All right. I'll throw a vote behind Might and Magic then.
Yes. It's
Dave?
mighty and magical.
Hmm?
What do you think?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. So there's our 5.
I like it.
What wins?
Probably not Might and Magic.
And probably not Twelly.
Probably should.
Oh, that was the only one we had 3 for, wasn't it?
It was, but none of us were super.
I definitely wasn't. My vote's for Historia.
Yep.
Radiant Stories was good, but I hadn't heard all of it either.
Xenoblade has good music too, because it's like Radiant Stories.
I don't know, it sounds like you two are both pretty set on Radiant Story.
You can make me swing to Apollo, by the way. Maybe.
See,
But you probably went Trials, and Dave was the one who went Trials.
I want Trials.
Out of those 2.
Whoa! I go for Trials.
I don't know, I know I didn't, but like, Trials and the original Ace Attorney are right there for me. And they're, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I still gotta go with Radiant Story, though. There probably are more memorable tracks in the Ace Attorney games.
Dave?
It was kind of like, I guess,
Hmm.
I mean, it was kind of like Final Fantasy 13 for me. Like, that main battle music, like, that has to be good.
Yep.
especially in games over 30 hours long.
Yep. So you pick.
Yeah, I have to stay with Raging Story.
All right. It looks like that's our winner then.
Also happy to see that on Kotaku's Best Music.
Yeah.
That and El Shaddai last year.
Yep.
That was very encouraging.
I really like the Kotaku melodic sections they've been doing.
Yeah, they're good.
All right, so we've wrapped up our 6 special categories thus far. The next section we got is going to be Best Game,
Time to put
which
on the
will be
boxing
decided in our top 30 list. So
31.
we will we'll briefly adjourn and then come back with the Brock, Dave, and Alex list of the top 30 games on the Nintendo DS.
And here we go. Time for the main event. 31
All right.
games
And the
left
winner
standing.
is...
Whoa, 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 whoa!
31 remain. Only one will.
31 games remain on our list. One will emerge as our top DS game. So for those of us who don't have the luxury of looking at our setup currently, I'll describe it for you. On the pool table upon which rests the laptop and microphone used to bring you this recording, there are 109 DS games. I counted earlier. In front of us, we have our top 31 that have been left after our previous efforts to whittle them down. We have them arranged in a tile format in front of us in alphabetical order. I'll go ahead and read these off now, so we don't have to worry about that too much later. So for those of you keeping score at home, the top 31 DS games, as of right now, in alphabetical order: Ace Attorney Apollo Justice, Chrono Trigger, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, Henry Hatsworth and the Puzzling Adventure, Infinite Space, The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, Metroid Prime Hunters, Might and Magic Clash of Heroes, Monster Tale, 999, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, Okami-Den, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Pokemon Black and White, Radiant Historia, Scribblenauts, Sonic Chronicles, The Dark Brotherhood, Star Fox Command, Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey, The World Ends With You, Trauma Center Under the Knife 2, Beautiful Joe Double Trouble, and WarioWare DIY. Alright, so there's that. We'll begin eliminating games. Do we have a nomination for game number 31?
Oh, yeah, we do. Let's see, I know we were talking about... I started Spirit Tracks yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've talked about this, and I say Zelda games notoriously start slow.
Yep.
Man, that game is boring. Driving the train, even more boring than sailing in Wind Waker.
What?
Didn't think it was possible.
Wow. Wow.
It's like a rail shooter. You're on a train. It's like it's on rails. Because it's a train. Yeah. It looks really good, though. But also, to fall in line with my, as I previously stated, not wanting the same series of games I'll be touching, whatnot. Yeah, let's get rid of that crap.
So, Alex wants to get rid of The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Dave, what would you get rid of first?
Correct.
Out of all these,
Yep. WarioWare DIY.
do not like the... it doesn't do it for me. It's not an enjoyable...
You don't do it for yourself!
Exactly. That's because you haven't done it for yourself.
It's not an enjoyable game. To me.
That is...
I would have eliminated it a long time ago.
And I would still have Disgaea here.
I know you would.
Anyway.
I personally would probably get rid of looking at you, Beautiful Joe Double Trouble.
Always looking at Beautiful Joe.
Looking at it to stay.
That game is
Yes!
well, we'll see how that goes.
Top 10
Yeah, I
material.
would get rid of... No, it is not. It is exactly the opposite of top 10 material.
I wouldn't say top 10.
That game is...
Maybe top 20.
What, like, there are a lot of great ideas in that game, but they are not executed well enough. That's the simple truth of that game, I think. Kind of hand-cramping controls, some things that don't work as well as I have liked them to. That game is Beautiful Joe on the DS, which is, I imagine, why Alex likes it so much. But That game is Beautiful Joe on the DS, and it doesn't work as well as it needs to be a Beautiful Joe game. So, there's that.
So, we're all in agreement.
Yes, we are.
We can all agree that we don't agree on what to get rid of first.
Exactly.
That's why we will close our eyes and pick one random. Diamond it is.
No! I'd be willing to get rid of Star Fox Command.
No!
Why?
Or,
It's a good game.
What are we doing bottom threes
What you got in Dragon Sword?
Okay, I can get behind that one.
No. Or,
we doing bottom threes now?
Nobody can agree on anything we said earlier? Nobody can...
You're not going to agree on my next two. No one will agree on my next two. Spirit Tracks was throwing you guys a bone.
I guess I could say Spirit Tracks if it's that much worse than
I barely touched it. It's just the start of the game's boring like most Zelda games. That's about all I got. Driving the train is boring. That's boring.
At least you get to drive the train early.
Yep.
It's like an hour until you can sail in Wind Waker.
Yeah,
Or it's like 7 hours until you can do anything in Skyward Sword.
yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, Dave? Spirit Tracks? Neither of us have touched it, so...
No, since neither of us touched it, let's do it.
That's what I was thinking.
Spirit Tracks is number 31.
I have no love for that game.
Done. We're down to 30.
Yes! Progress!
We are making progress.
Like
Alright, that's
6
it for today's episode of the Top 30 Breakdown. Join us next week when we take on game number 29. No, I'm just kidding.
You mean 30?
Yep. We officially
No,
now
we're
have
going
the
to
top
skip
30.
30. We're going to skip 30 to go directly to 29. It's going to take some forethought.
Okay. 29 should be infinite space.
I'm good with it.
Dave eyes with daggers.
We have to do game 30 first.
They're sharp.
No, we just did game 30 first.
Wow.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Yeah.
Bottom fives?
Bottom threes, I think, are reasonable at this point.
Okay.
All right.
I know it's coming. And I know it's coming.
Okay.
Our bottom threes aren't going to match any.
Probably not. Maybe. We'll
Who
see.
knows? It'll at least give us an idea.
I might hit a bingo.
We might. So, yeah. So, Alex is bottom three right now.
Number 30. Chrono Trigger.
Not happening.
29. Infinite Space.
Not happening.
28. Henry Hatsworth and the Puzzling Adventure.
Deal. Hatsworth. Done. Get that garbage out of here.
Dave, bottom three.
Hatsworth.
Was
No longer water.
And then WarioWare. Yeah, WarioWare. I can see getting rid of that. I have no love for Hatsworth.
Then you haven't played it enough.
It confuses
There's
me.
a
It makes
there's a
me
there's
dizzy.
a point. If he says he has no love for it, and you say you haven't played it enough. There's a point when you play enough Hatsworth where you will hate it.
That's fair.
Because that game is
I hit that point.
quite possibly the hardest game up.
Ooh.
Although Infinite Space is so dense, I
It just it makes me dizzy.
I don't know. Infinite Space is tough for me to really get a grasp on, I guess. So. But
It's really easy for
as
me.
far as sheer difficulty, I think it might be Hatsworth. Although Strange Journeys, not a cakewalk.
What about Infinite Space is confusing me so much?
I don't know.
Just how the weapons work, or what?
Formation, ships, crew members, assigning crew members to ships, upgrades to ships, planets, where
It's
to
so
go.
micromanagement. It's so much fun.
You're gonna love King's Story. Can't wait.
Yep.
Because that is micromanagement, actually. Yeah, I think it could. I mean, the presentation could be a little better, which I hate to say because it's my favorite developers to do. That's what really, it's the inner conflict for me because I love Platinum games, but do not love Infinite Space, and that kills me inside.
But Platinum Games always has a good story. Right? Go with that.
Not normal.
Okay,
No.
fine. I just threw that out there on a limb.
Okamidens is
really-
pretty good. Okami and Kamiden. All those are close for a platform. Well, Okamiden technically wasn't here.
Ace Attorney.
Ace Attorney.
Yeah, I actually loved all that micromanagement.
Your bottom 3, Dave.
Apparently, Prototype 2 has a commercial with a Johnny Cash song.
Yep.
That scene is weird.
Yeah, that's on Hotspot. They talk about that. Brendan Sinclair was like, I was pretty sure I wasn't going to buy this game. That cemented it for me.
Pick up your paper, please.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was going to say I covered up something I don't think for a while.
Well, yeah, that's true.
The Newcomer.
Yeah.
See how that does. Probably just as well as this one.
Well, I'm going to stick to my strategy.
Of separating them.
Yep.
We got WarioWare. Are you going to throw Hatsworth in your bottom 3?
Might as well, because I can very
A third, then.
comfortably seeing it going this level.
A third?
It's comfortable. Dragon's Road.
Okay. I'm going to say Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, and then Beautiful Joe and Star Fox Command. So there are 2 duplicates there, Hatsworth and Ninja Gaiden. Whether or not we want one of those to be our number 30.
I'm going to refresh your memory real quick. I know one game we were talking about getting rid of
Sure.
near our last elimination,
Oh,
and that was Monster Tail, and it was coming up soon for us.
oh yeah.
It's sitting at 25 for me, so it's officially top 30 now, so I'm good with it being 30. There are a lot of games I would have lower than Ninja Gaiden, but Monster Tail is one of them.
Is?
Is one of them.
I could see getting rid of it. Yeah, I could see that too.
I'd personally get rid of Ninja Gaiden before Monster Tail.
See, at this point there are like 10 games that I'm just going to guard fiercely. And the rest of them is just like, yeah, that'll work there.
You know, some arguments are going to be tough because we're all going to value different things. Like, I really like Ninja Gaiden because there's absolutely nothing like it on the system. I almost nominated it for, if we had had a graphics technical category, I would have nominated it for that. It wasn't quite good enough for my best looking, but it was pretty close. And I like Ninja Gaiden, and I like action.
I think that's a big part of it for you because, I mean, you're the only person here who hasn't said it, but you're also the only person here who's really played a Ninja Gaiden game.
That's true.
So maybe we just don't have the ties necessary to fully appreciate that game. Although it's made it to our top 30, so that's pretty good. Monster Tail is a reasonable pick. I have it, I think, probably higher than anybody here.
You have it higher than Hatsworth?
Yes.
Really?
Probably. I don't know.
I actually have it higher than
It's
Hatsworth,
all.
so
Yeah, it's all kind of
fluid.
Yeah, having to rate the 75 like as opposed to the 30.
Yeah, that's what I was
Like
saying.
really, like it was much more based on gut opinions and reactions and what I thought, as opposed to where I think it deserves to, like where it could be, or so it's my numbers are a little bit skewed that way. That's what's really good. Like I keep forgetting how good that game is.
Yeah, they're both really good.
Yes, they are.
They're all these games are really
All these games are really good games. Well, except for Beautiful Joe.
and Infinite Space.
And Star Fox Command.
No.
No, I actually replayed some Star Fox Command today, and I was having a much easier time with the controls than I think I ever did. So, like, if anything, I am higher on Star Fox Command now than I've probably ever been. So that I'm not pushing super.
I almost nominated Fox McCloud as best main character.
There's like one of the things that really hurt it. Like there's so much angst
In
Command.
Man, it's been
So much angst.
It has probably been 4 or 5 years since I touched it.
Oh my goodness! I loaded it up and like the nearest cutscene was actually on Venom and just the dialogue between Crystal and Fox and Slippy and everything. It's just like this is.
I remember Slippy has
awful.
like a fiance or is like married or something.
Fiance has.
It's like, wait, what? Slippy's a dude?
Yeah.
that was a big revelation.
I always thought he was a guy. I thought he was a really pansy guy, but I always thought he was.
So feminine in 64. Anyway.
But anyway, yeah, he has a fiance on Aquas. But yeah, it's I was like, ugh, this is not. The gameplay is better than this dialogue.
It has Divergent.
It does, which is really nice. Yeah. So, Monster Tale could go soon. Hatsworth has been mentioned twice. Ninja Gaiden has been mentioned twice. I mentioned Beautiful Joe twice.
If it's worth anything to you, Dave, I have Ninja Gaiden Nova WarioWare.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the kind of deal brokering and stuff that typically pervades these ceremonies.
We'll do what we gotta do.
I am highly impressionable right now.
Highly impressionable?
Again,
You really don't enjoy Beautiful Joe. Pokemon White should go now.
Let's do it.
No.
Bluff called.
How far are you guys having Trauma Center go?
Not much further than it is now.
Bingo.
Agreed.
Is it a number 30 game?
Close. If we can find agreements with it, yes.
I guess I didn't get much time with Under the Knife 2. But I guess I was under the impression better than the first one.
Definitely.
The first one was really good.
It's actually great until they bring back all the go crap.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And it had a good stretch of time before it did that. So, and it looks really nice.
Yeah.
I can't remember the year on that one. It's 2006, that can't be right. Oh, 2008 probably. 2008. Year of the DS.
Trauma Center seems like something we could latch on to, but it just delays the inevitable.
True.
Uh,
But it does make forward motion. Any other nominations against Trauma Center? I'd say Strange Journey, but that might not gain any traction.
I'd back it up. Strange Journey did not. Strange Journey was in the 50s on my personal list. So,
Top 50. It's pretty good.
it did make top 50.
Awesome.
Mainly because of you, Dave.
Sweet.
I was way too nice to Infinite Space on my list.
Yeah, you were.
I
We
was.
all appreciate that.
We could give it Infinite Space.
No!
Infinite Space did worse than Strange Journey,
Oh.
I think.
Man, that game's not going to make our top 30.
Nope, Strange
collaborative.
Journey did better.
What?
That probably won't make our top 30.
Infinite Space, 54. Strange Journey, 46.
54.
Yeah,
Oh.
I never touched it.
You know where I put that game?
2.
That minus 50.
It was in my top 50. Infinite Space.
Ugh.
Barely.
Jeez.
Seriously? Now I'm going to have to edit that out? Edit out your freaking copyrighted ringtone? You were all like, we can't steal Giant Bomb's intermission music. They might sue us. And now you're using something from the freaking Lonely Island?
Okay.
They're owned by NBC. They're just as bad. And might be worse.
I'm sure that didn't get heard. The microphone didn't act.
Nothing happened. No, there was no other no.
Editing. Wonderful.
Edit out.
Just the sound of us getting rid of Infinite Space.
Done. Infinite Space, number 30.
Yeah, we could probably hold on 29.
You guys could just edit me out of this whole thing
No.
and shape the list
No.
the way that you
Nope.
want
No.
in the editing
No,
room.
I need you, Dave. I need you when it comes time to get rid of certain games.
Like, here at the end, you're
Nah.
like, yeah, and then I go home thinking Infinite Space is the top game on the list, and then you guys just go in and edit it, and it's like,
Through the magic of editing.
right.
So, Trauma Center's an easy grab.
So let's do it.
Monster Tale's there.
Let's do it.
WarioWare, Beautiful Joe, Henry Hatsworth.
Trauma Center.
Trauma Center number 30.
I'm good with it.
Trauma Center Under the Knife 2, our number 30
You're
DS
writing
game.
these down, right?
No, I kind of figured that you just stack them in order.
Oh, that could work too, I guess.
What was the first one? What was 31 again?
Spirit Tracks.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
But me and Brock have it over Explode.
You don't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's do it.
I'm okay with that.
And then we'll turn around and let's do it. That's worth.
If we get rid of Henry Hatsworth, I'm going to be pushing for something else before Monster Jam.
Yeah, me too.
Infinite Space?
If you want to.
No, I don't want to.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
I thought
Stop-
it sounded
stop
like a
getting us excited.
It sounded like a reasonable suggestion.
I'm
Mm-mm.
going to push the Sonic Chronicles Go Soon. Because I tried twice to get into that game and failed.
Really?
I don't know how high you guys had it going, but
Considerably, I guess.
really?
Yeah.
Which,
Sonic
Sonic
Chronicles.
not as high as Alex did.
Probably not.
Like, I could see it going soon.
But you can see it going soon.
Yes.
That's news.
I've never
Or
really
like
commented
BioWare
on that
games.
game one way or another.
I love BioWare.
I do love BioWare
I thought you
games,
liked
but I've
BioWare.
never really commented on Chronicles. one way or
Oh, I thought you liked it.
Clearly you liked it. It's in our top 30.
another. Right. But I can see
If it were just my opinion, it would be gone.
I can see it going soon.
So somebody just. But do you need to remind yourself of how good Infinite Space is?
It takes a lot of work.
Bravo!
So,
so-
Hatsworth? Puzzle his way all the way up to 29.
Yep. Star Fox?
Yep. Nope.
Partners in Time?
Yeah, and for the record, I'm pretty sure me and Dave are both of the opinion that Partners in Time is better than Bowser's Inside Story.
Interesting.
Yeah, I definitely never would have guessed that. My top 10 was rocked by not having Bowser's Inside Story. Because I assumed it would be a top 10 game, but it's not in my top 10. But it's not next, so.
No traction for Star Fox, Sonic Chronicles, Ninja Gaiden.
Hatsworth?
Is Hatsworth really next?
Is Dave second bottom and mine third
Well,
bottom?
I could go for Ninja Gaiden. That's where the other one.
Hatsworth, Ninja Gaiden, Monster Tail?
That one as well.
Like that order?
Go for that one too.
Hatsworth, Gaiden, Monster Tail.
Yep.
Man, it's 2 top 20 games going on for me. Yeah, I can do it.
Alright.
Number 29, Henry Hatsworth and the Puzzling Adventure. Number 28, Ninja Gaiden, Dragon Sword. Number 27, A Monster Tale. Again, regardless of what is being said or how low these seem to be going, We started with 150, a ridiculous number of games, and these made it to the top 30. If anything, what you should be taking away from this is these should all be played. They're all really good games, and if you own a DS, they're worth checking.
Yeah.
And if you don't own a DS, what the crap? Seriously.
Yeah, Dave.
Dave owned a DS. He
Mine
gets credit.
broke.
But
I dropped mine off your bed.
Yeah. That's weird. It's a weird way to say
nope, we're going to leave that out of context.
Okay.
All right. So we're working on game numero 26.
Progress.
Permanence. Sacrifice 3 permanents.
Strange Journey. Love the universe of the Shin Megami Tensei, but Strange Journey is makes me more nervous than Nocturne, which I didn't think was possible, because it's like a block puzzle, and there's this light, it turns red, it's like I'm gonna die. Yeah, like that. Although there's gun damage, which is kind of cool. That's the only game I've played like that in the series.
Like gun weapon degradation?
No, I don't think there's
No,
degradation.
I just gun damage.
Yeah, there's blade damage and gun damage are different things. So
Whoa.
enemies can be resistant or weak to one of those.
Whoa, that's weird.
It is fun.
Huh.
Alright, Dave, defend Strange Journey!
Defend Strange Journey.
Be happy when I'm talking about Infinite Space.
I am very happy we're not talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get that case back. Because I keep forgetting.
Oh, yeah. Where's it go?
No! You guys actually caught on to my official plan. Here you go.
Try. Oh, I was not going to forget that.
I was hoping you would.
Alright.
Okay. Defend Strange Journey.
Defend Strange Journey.
So much
Because
fun.
right now it's my vote you need to sway. Because
Oh, really?
I'd get rid of it now.
Me too, though. Yeah, I was...
Well, I'm flat out, I'm completely up for grabs on it. So,
Oh.
because I didn't ever see it or touch it.
Alright.
Oh no. I gotta explain it to you cold?
Well, I know a little bit. I know first-person dungeon exploration personas. You can persuade them to join you, stuff like that. Why? Tell me why you loved that game so much.
It's the preachy environmentalist message. Dave really sinks into saving trees. Hug him!
Save the trees.
Hug 'em!
Hug it. Hug it. Hug it.
Boy, hug it.
Keep on hugging.
Gosh, it's really hard for me to explain why I like games. It's just there are certain games that when I play them, I just latch onto them and I cannot put them down. And there's just that appeal, that quality, that charm that just keeps sucking me right back to it. I don't know whether it's a curse of repetition that I'm being placed under, which might actually be a bad thing. Because that would mean that I simply go back to the game just for the sake of grinding, which is not me.
Call of Duty? Anyway.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna let you finish. But I completely see where you're coming from with that. And while I am no fan of grinding in a JRPG, and essentially the second I have to do it, game over. Period. That's why the Mario RPGs are the best RPGs I've ever played, because they are fun. The combat systems are great, and you don't need to spend 8 hours trying to get one level to beat the next. It's like getting levels is fast. It's constant. You're constantly becoming better, which gets back to the core of I think the reason you like games like that is because you can feel the sense of progress. It's why you and me, I think, enjoy Rock Band so much. Is because the more you play it, the more you feel yourself getting better. You're able to do things you couldn't do, beat enemies or songs you couldn't beat before, and it's because of the time and effort you put in that something like that would happen. So saying something like that with Infinite Space, which is micromanagement, you like Forza so much, and tuning your cars and making little changes and seeing what effects that has. It makes a lot of sense, from the way that I know you play games. I guess to me it's just I don't want to spend 8 hours to make a tiny little change, and that's why I don't like grinding as much. But maybe I'm more immediate satisfaction. But If it's something like that, I can understand why you like Strange Journey if it does involve that much grinding and that much kind of stuff. Like, I mean,
It does.
okay.
I don't really know.
So you're right.
I just told you.
You're right with it going.
You did.
What are we at? 26.
6.
I mean, it was getting hands-on with it was a big deal. I mean, that's how I was definitely okay with it going this far because I love the universe.
Mm-hmm.
But
I do too.
as far as the universe goes, it might be my least favorite out of all of them.
What's the Nocturne?
Oh yeah, Nocturne's got a lot of good stuff going on.
I didn't think you were enjoying that one for some reason.
The start of it was excruciating, but once I broke that surface, it's actually gotten real good.
I believe your exact words were, "This game is trying as hard as it can to make me hate it."
Yeah, that sounds right.
Fair enough. Well,
But I mean, what would you get rid of instead that we would possibly agree with?
yeah, I mean, well, I don't agree with Star Fox Command one yet.
I could maybe be swayed. I don't know where Brock has these at, but I think WarioWare and Scribble Knots are coming up for me.
WarioWare is definitely coming up for me. Scribble Knots is kind of a mystery, I think, really, because we got rid of Super Scribble Knots a while ago. Which is, I mean, it's the better game.
Not according to GameSpot.
Well, GameSpot was wrong. Super Scribble Knots was by far the superior game, in a lot of ways.
Handling.
Superior handling game, and the puzzles weren't quite as difficult, which is a big part of it, but like...
I think their biggest problem with it was more of an edutainment thing than
that's
puzzle.
it's.
kind of
I still think there's a good amount of puzzle there. Like one specific type of puzzle in general really makes it's like what the heck are they looking for? And it's but I don't know. Scribble Knots, I've been interested to see how far it will go, but
I mean, there's something to be said for that magic of first playing it.
definitely.
Because that's not there, Scooper.
Yep. Yeah. But I guess WarioWare's soon.
Well,
Do we do Strange Journey WarioWare?
we could do that.
Good with that, bro?
Strange Journey than WarioWare.
This top 30 is phenomenal.
It
for
is.
that game.
It is.
All right. So 26 Strange Journey, 25 WarioWare DIY.
So
Okay.
that is it. Permanence.
And it's probably why I was having such a hard time defending it, because I know it's at the end of its road.
It's been doing well. You got here.
I mean, yes, I personally have it a lot higher, but
Yeah.
I know when it's time to
Speaking of knowing when it's time to let go,
fight is over.
Beautiful Joe Double Trouble really
Chrono
needs to happen.
We gonna do Chrono Infinite Beautiful?
Absolutely.
Trigger.
Flip that around and I'll start considering it. Because Chrono Trigger is... I won't say where it is just yet. But, yeah. So, yep.
Yep, Chrono Trigger is a great game. It's a great DS game.
It's a great game. We're talking about games on the system. It was released on the system.
That is true. That's why it's here. For me, it's a SNES game.
I know. That's
Yeah.
I knew that was going to be your argument all along.
Yeah.
But I'd say we'll cross that bridge later, but I don't know how far I'm going to be able to ramp it up. But it is by far the highest game that I have that might not be in which that opinion is not shared by both of you. So it's my Infinite Space, or my, I don't even know what Dave would have here over Infinite Space that we wouldn't all have. But It's infinite space for me.
All right. Proposition.
Yo.
Beautiful Joe. Infinite Space. Chrono Trigger. Devil Survivor.
I was about to say, where's the part that you're throwing in?
No,
here?
Beautiful Joe. And Devil Survivor.
But you want Devil Survivor to be as separated from 2 as you can.
Not necessarily. Some. Sure.
Wasn't both of those games right back to back?
What do you mean both?
He lost Street Train.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ugh.
That's I don't want Chrono Trigger gone yet. I don't.
It's got 2 games before.
I prefer there be 12 games before it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. But that's what I'd prefer.
It would be interesting to think what Dave would think about Chrono Trigger.
See, that's the thing.
Because you'll
I'm
see
a
the
complete blank.
instant similarities to Final Fantasy IV.
Dave, what was the thing you hated most about Final Fantasy IV?
Grinding. The eternal,
Crushing
unrelenting,
difficulty.
soul-crushing grinding.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Chrono Trigger. Remember how I said I hate grinding? I hate grinding. I love Chrono Trigger.
Final Fantasy IV, every single battle could kill you. And save points were very far.
We already got rid of Ninja Gaiden.
No, I know what you mean, but the grind.
Oh, the DS game is a cakewalk compared to the console games. I don't know why you guys are out with Scribblenauts. We can throw that at the bottom of those. And even, I guess, I don't know where you guys have Ghost Trick. A lot higher.
No, that's fine. It's Chrono Trigger.
Ugh, I know.
On this table, it'd be top 10.
I know Infinite Space is running out. Just like strange.
Alright, how about Beautiful, It's Devil Survivor, Infinite, Chrono. Or we can switch Chrono and Infinite anyway. I actually have Infinite Space over Chrono Trigger because it's that much more unique.
I'm a blank slate on Chrono Trigger because I really don't know anything about it. Because I just never got my hands on it.
The flaws in the process, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many games on this table I'd rather see go before Chrono Trigger. But I can understand wanting to get rid of it earlier because it's a port.
Yeah.
It's a port.
It's a very competent one.
That is an extraordinarily competent port. Dave, what are you thinking?
I can't say what I'm thinking because I don't know what I'm thinking because I don't know the game.
Does that deal sound okay to you?
Does the deal sound okay to me? Gosh, I really hate it, but I know that my own personal feelings are in conflict with the list as a whole. So yeah. Yeah, it does.
Well, we're all losers in this deal, so let's do it.
Oof. Permanent.
Elements.
So, 24, Beautiful Joe. 23
Devil Survivor.
is Devil Survivor. 22, Infinite Space. 21, Chrono Trigger.
Oh, how you got Scribblenauts, bro?
Scribblenauts for me is
You know my stance.
pretty near the bottom.
I can do Dave Sonic Chronicles or Scribblenauts.
To go?
Mm-hmm. Sonic Chronicles.
I could do Scribblenauts then Sonic Chronicles.
Sure.
Good with that, Dave?
20 is Scribblenauts. 19 is Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. BioWare's only offering on the system?
I believe so. Bet we didn't get a Jade Empire too. That'd be nice.
There are a lot of rumors going around right now that that's in production.
Yeah. Probably not for the DS.
Probably not. But in production nonetheless. We are down to 18.
Progress.
Good.
It's everybody's next one. I think Brock's is
I don't
Star
think
Fox.
we've been to this point yet.
Star Fox. This is where it's going to start to get really tough.
My next one is Ghost Trick. But I could let go of Bowser's Inside Story now.
I'd say Prime Hunters.
I'm surprised it has not come up yet.
It's coming up.
What number are we at right now?
18. Star Fox Command, Prime Hunters, Bowser's Inside Story. Or Partners in Time. Don't care which.
I do.
I know.
I do too.
I know. I'm just saying I don't. So those are the three I'd push for right now.
What's your?
Command, Hunters, Bowser's Inside Story.
We're getting to the good games.
Yes, we are.
Really, really good games.
Yes, we are.
It's my next tier: Ghost Trick, Bowser's Inside Story, and Clash Heroes.
Ooh. Man, I don't know. The more I play of Might and Magic, the better it is. I haven't been able to start a campaign yet, so I don't even know. But like, just on the battle system alone,
Yeah,
and
it's pretty excellent.
it's fun. Like, I've been playing on difficulty 3 the entire time, which I guess is the default when I go 1 to 5, and I'd won I think all my games on 3, so I kicked it up to 4, and just their use of the artifacts and just the ways that they can use their powers to modify the battle was already so much better. And it became so much more a war of attrition.
Yeah.
And just like the long-term strategy of that game really started to become apparent.
It's like it's a top 20 DS game.
It's like it is, yeah. It feels like it would, yeah. But I mean, just even like at an entirely new level of depth displayed itself just by notching that difficulty up by 1. So I mean, I really like that game, but I barely touched that game, and I really
Yeah, it doesn't
It's
take much though. I don't
expensive.
think.
There's a bit to it.
I'll also push for Phantom Hourglass. That game is really good. Getting this far is merited, but that game has way too many problems to go too much further.
I was about to say it.
Anybody?
So Dave, how high were you wanting Bowser's Inside Story?
They're on my personal list. They're within like 4 of each other.
You have Partners in Time higher though, right? Okay.
So do
So do you have it going soon or like a lot later?
soon.
I'll make a last-ditch effort to get Ghost Trick out before it, but I'm probably not here. Ghost Trick won our best-looking game,
Yep.
so that's good.
Yeah.
It was in the running for best music for me. I did like the music a
It
lot.
was really good.
So much of that game, like, I know all 3 of us felt it. Dave's still in the middle of it. It's just like, I just got to get through this because I hear it's good at the end.
Yeah.
But that last inning is great.
There are sections of that game that are a slog,
Yes,
as opposed to Phantom Hourglass, which in my experience was entirely a slog.
maybe half at most.
It was half a slog. I feel like Ghost Trick was less than half a slog.
It's probably 7. Man, a lot of that stuff was pretty slow.
I guess I could see Ghost Trick before Zelda.
So, Bowser's Inside Story, Ghost Trick, Phantom Hourglass.
I don't like Hunters being as high as it is.
Then Hunters. We can go one at a time.
What was that? Can you list that again?
Ghost Trick, or no, Bowser's Inside Story, Ghost Trick, Phantom Hourglass, and then Dave recommends Hunters next, which I could be alright with.
If I recommended that, then we'd have to throw in Command after that too, because they'd be the next one for me. After all those are gone.
I'd go Bowser's Inside Story, and then Hunters,
Yeah.
Ghost Trick. My own personal would be probably.
I think me and Dave both have Command over Phantom Hourglass.
Probably.
True.
So then, Bowser's Inside Story, Hunters, Ghost Trick, Zelda, Star Fox.
I don't know about Star Fox yet.
That'd take it to 12. No, sorry, 14. 14. And I've been trying to get that game out since
Let's take
70.
it to 12.
I've been trying to get that game out since 70. Maybe even 75. Yeah, I think at 75, it was Little Red Riding Hood, Zombie Barbecue, Beautiful Joe, and Star Fox Command as my bottom three the entire time. We're finally down to one of those games. At number 18.
We can definitely do Bowser's Inside Story next, though. That seems...
Yes.
Alright, let's do that one.
All right. 18, Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story. 17.
Okay.
Star Fox Command. Take the deal.
Ghost Trick, Phantom Hourglass, Hunters, Command, Might and Magic.
Ghost Trick, Zelda, Hunters, Command, Partners in Time.
I can do all of them with the last one.
I'd rather see Partners in Time go than Clash of Heroes.
I probably would too.
So Partners in Time, Clash of Heroes.
No.
At
But
the end.
at the end. So.
Oh, at the end?
It's
Holy-
could be top 10 by then.
It's close. It's going to be
Holy
close.
Phoenix, right. It's everywhere.
There's a reason.
There's too much hate to start hating on the love.
That's right.
That makes sense?
Enough.
There's too many games that people don't like up there before we start going after the games that
That everybody
we
does
all
like.
know we like.
Yep.
Let's do
Exactly.
this.
This is our list. So,
Good point.
again, Ghost Trick,
Make these.
Hourglass, Hunters, Command, Partners in Time, Clash of Heroes.
Wow.
That takes us to 11.
I can do that.
Lock it in.
So 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12.
Yep, do it.
Pulling the trigger? Okay.
Yep.
Boom!
Deal.
Number 7.
Taking the deal!
Ghost Trick. That's quintuple kill. Number 17, Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. Number 16, The Legend of Zelda, Phantom Hourglass.
Number 14.
Number 15, Metroid Prime Hunters.
Number 16.
Number 14 is Star Fox Command. Number 13, number 9, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Good.
Right.
Number 12, Might and Magic Clash of Heroes.
That's really good for that game.
That, it's, I mean, did you have it much lower than that? Or?
It was at 17. Alright, Dave brought it up first, for the record. He said Phoenix Wright.
What?
We're down to 11.
11.
So which one's not making the top 10?
I think that
One of
answer
the
is
big
simple. No, it's not. That answer is simple.
Oh my goodness, no it's not.
That answer is
it's really
super simple.
Yep, just get rid of this one on the end.
No, no.
That's my lowest one.
Yeah.
That is absolutely bonkers.
I know, you would think that. That's why Dave said it first, Phoenix Wright.
Exactly.
That is my lowest game.
Exactly. The Phoenix Wright. Yeah.
Trials and Tribulations.
Anything we get
Throw-
rid of the
get rid of
first
this
one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The third game would be nothing without the first.
Well, this game that's illogical.
But Apollo is its own.
Illogical.
No, but I think we previously determined that Apollo is as good as it is because it's a culmination
better,
of everything.
But there's so much inside of it that is great. It's just
is there not
embellished.
so much inside of this that is also great?
So much of
all
that,
of the plot lines.
If you play that
to Trials and
first,
Tribes are completely new.
If you played it first, that game would not make much sense because the second game is so important with all the channeling and medium stuff.
Does the channeling and medium stuff really, is that any less weird because of the second game than it would be anyway?
You need to level up your speech skill because your persuade just failed.
Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations is my #1 game on this system. Period. Game, set, match. That is my #1. There is no better game on the system, in my opinion, than that.
It's such a beautiful game.
It is, in my opinion, the best thing that has ever come out on the system. I've got some other stuff below that that's
Such
right
that.
here, and I'm really happy with our. I'm pretty happy with our top 11. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty satisfied with where this has ended up. But I cannot imagine Trials and Tribs not making at least the top 10,
Yeah, me
if
neither.
not the top 5.
Me neither.
I'd toss any of the other Ace Attorney games before it.
So we can't do Devil Survivor, Comedy, and Trials?
No.
I don't think I could. I don't think I'm comfortable pulling that trigger either. Trials is too good.
Alright, well my bottom is Trials and Tribulations. Dave, what is yours?
My bottom of these would be the original.
Devil Survivor 2.
Completely understand.
Because I hated my time with 1.
I know.
That's
That's why
Absolutely
That-
hated it.
You know what? I've never touched Devil Survivor.
that was
2,
the
so-
biggest reason I had to get rid of 1 before 2, because I knew you guys didn't like it.
No, I thought Dave loved 1. Didn't you play 1?
I
Didn't you
liked
finish
it.
it?
I liked it until
Not
I
even
got
close.
walled because it's
Oh,
like, you
because
need
your speed wasn't high.
and I'm like,
Oh, so you only got a few
speed.
hours.
You got to, like-
you only got a few hours further than me.
He got to like day 2 or 3 out of 7.
Okay, I was on day 2.
Mm.
So,
Did
I
you
just
get
got
to
walled.
Belial? Or were you on Belder? You were on Belder, weren't you? We had to hit him with the leaf thing.
No, I got past him.
Oh, you got past him.
Yeah.
So Belial
Yeah,
is the next one.
I got past the first big boss guy. Yeah,
okay, that was where I was stuck.
'Cause
That's
that
the
leaf,
first major
that thing
boss.
sucked.
No, the first major one's Belder.
So the
Yeah.
guy was on. The guy wasn't even a boss.
Well, he's a boss, but
Oh,
he's not
He
like a
is.
day-ending
okay.
boss. Yeah. It's
stuck.
probably the first challenge for sure.
The one past where I'm at.
No, the one you're on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Wendigo.
It would have taken hours of grinding to be even close. And no, just no. The combat system wasn't even that good anyway. I'm not going to spend that much more time to even be remotely competent. Because that's blending 2 genres of game at which I am not that great. Traditional Japanese turn-based RPG, which I prefer. It's just, it's really good, and there's depth there, but it requires more depth than I typically like to use. And strategy RPG, at which I've always been terrible. So it's like that game is the perfect storm of you are not going to win this battle for me. Because not only is it good enough, if you're really good at the strategy aspect of it, that doesn't even matter. It's like, nope, you got to go into this turn-based stuff and be really good at that
is
too.
the strategy, 'cause you got to pre-plan.
But that's it does. But that's the thing. You still have to execute in an entirely different type of battle system that I'm even less
Beautiful.
It is a really cool idea, and if I liked both of those styles of combat, that game would have been it's Devil Survivor 1 was just an exercise in frustration because it's 2 styles of combat that I'm not all that used to, that I had to learn on the fly against a boss 10 levels higher than me. I was level 7, it was 17. It wasn't going to happen. At least not without hours and hours of free battle grinding, which it's like I'm going to spend hours and hours and make 0 progress in this game. I have a fundamental problem with that, I guess.
There's always some progress, but at the
There
very
is.
start of the game like that, it is it is a slow going.
It's, I mean, like, I mean, if that boss had been like 4 levels high or 5 levels high, like, okay, like at least that's a period of enough time where it's like, all right, I'm getting the feel for this. I've gained a couple levels. I have a better shot. But it's just like, nope. I'd walk up to that guy. I'd maneuver my dudes around, kill off some of the little extraneous guys that were causing me problems. Work my way up to Wendigo, and then I'd make an attack. He'd take 4 damage, and then he'd attack me, and I'd die. And it's just, that was really, really rough. And maybe I just didn't do a good enough job of preparing beforehand, or maybe I just really suck at that game. But that's why I had so much of a problem with it. And I can understand why you would love that game.
Yeah.
Because it's, I mean, everything about it is really good. The combat system works well.
That's what I'm waiting to say for 2 that I haven't told you guys. The
All
big
right.
change, because I'm pretty sure 1 didn't have it. About 90% sure.
Okay.
2 adds social link stuff.
What?
That 1 doesn't have.
Holy crap.
So that's a big help.
Holy crap.
That's pretty cool.
I do like the social links.
That's, I mean, that makes the Persona
And the
games.
characters in general are better than the first. There's one character that I guess would be his equivalent in 1 is he's my favorite character in 1. So he's like the worst character in 2. Kaisuke or Kisuke or something like that. K-I-E.
Keisuke.
Yeah, K-E-A.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, S. He was my favorite character in the first game because he's a hard one to read. But pretty much all the characters in 2 are pretty great. I could definitely understand it going 11, but I gotta get something for it. I don't know what I want.
I mean, I can understand Devil Survivor 2 making top 10. I would probably get rid of, I mean, like, first to go for me would be one of these 2, and that's Jitasiwa and Okamiden. I have no idea where you guys really stand on Jitasiwa. Alex, I'm really actually surprised it's made it this high.
Yeah.
But I played it for like an hour and a half at the beginning, and I was genuinely impressed.
Yeah, I've only played it probably about 5 hours, but like it is so impressive. Game.
It really is. But I mean, like,
it didn't hook me enough to want to finish it yet. But
compared to things that we've got sitting up here, like Pokemon Diamond, Platinum, and Pearl, the Ace Attorney games, Radiant Historia, The World Ends with You, is it top 10? Is it up there? Like directly in the middle of all those.
I made 2 lists today. I made my top 75 and my top 31 with these.
Mm-hmm.
In my 75, it was number 8. In my 31, it was number 11. So
number 11, right there.
Pretty close.
There it is.
I know. I think it's David's number 5.
I love how much of a mystery Dave's top 10 are. Like, no clue. I got no clue.
Well,
what it really
Infinite
is.
Space.
Infinite Space was up there, we know. We know Jitasi was in it.
Like, I don't.
I've had my
Strange
share
Journey
of top
would-
10 games knocked out.
Strange Journey would have probably been high teens, maybe low, maybe 10.
13.
13.
I don't think I ever said. Chrono Trigger was my 3rd favorite game.
Yeah.
It was my number 3. We got rid of my number 10 really early in the proceedings with Geometry Wars Galaxies.
Yeah.
Which I may have let it slide more now that I know that it's gone. Yeah, it slid to number 12.
It was
It
not.
took 2 spots.
I did that one as objectively as I could,
That's-
not game the system. So it actually was not in my bottom 5.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, I know, right? Crazy.
progress. I still would get rid of Okamiden or Jitasiwa. Like Okamiden, there isn't a game here that doesn't deserve to be here. I think, which is something that's really nice. But I mean, is Okamiden that different than Okami? Is it that? Is it? I mean, like you had problems because
it's
Chrono
the
Trigger is a
difference.
port.
Yeah, it's the difference between a 3D Zelda and a 2D Zelda. So like Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass, kind of. Well, even though I know you don't like Phantom, it might not be a good example. So a 3D Zelda game and 3D Dot Game Heroes, that's old school Zelda-y.
Okay.
It's much more like the older 2D top-down view, like inside the dungeons. But only some of that is. Only some of the dungeons are like that. There are some that are also the 3D. More common. But the overworld's the same, which is cool because you're familiar, but then each of the dungeons are unique, and the boss fights are excellent. But I actually don't have a Okamiden going a whole lot higher. I mean, it's in my bottom half of the 10, for sure. I definitely wouldn't want it at 11. But
what would you rather see go at 11, Jitasiwa or Okamiden?
Grand Theft Auto.
What is it down to those two?
Well, no, I'm asking him,
Those two.
comparing those two. I'm not saying one of these has to go, I'm just saying, what does he think about them in comparison?
I've logic through in my head so many ways, the Phoenix Wright games and 999, because they're all adventure games, so I group them all together. It's going to suck to have to break all this. So I don't know what I'm going to do, or how I want to do this now. But clearly, Trials and Tribulations is going to be the most. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Dave, what like that we still, I know you probably really enjoy this aspect of it, but your opinions here are still definitely a lot of a mystery. Like, what is going for you? Pick your number 11. What gets placed at 11? Don't worry about just you. For you, what do you put at 11? The original Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
You gotta say these things. We are.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm trying to fill it every time you point at something or do
it's
something. I'm trying to fill it in.
Forget.
We do have, yeah. This is new for us too.
Concept. Yeah, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the original, because I feel, I don't know, I don't.
I'm okay. This is going to be something.
I don't see three of them going in the top 10. I mean, I know that it's a great series.
I can. The rational part of me agrees with you, and could see that happening. This is something I plan on using. There are moments as gamers that we remember extraordinarily well. I'm going to get into spoilers for Ace Attorney here, so if you are by some miracle listening to this, haven't gotten completely turned off of the proceedings, and are still tuned into what we're doing, I'm going to spoil some of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Finding out in case 2 that Mia is dead. You are solving her, the person who coached you through the first case, the intro case, the first time you're touching the series, toast, gone. That's huge. That's something.
Well, even for me, who played the second game first, it's I know she's going to die in this game, and it's second case. I'm what?
Exactly.
Already?
Even knowing it's coming, it still makes that kind of an impact because it is so not what you expect from everything else you've ever done. Typically that's end of a game situation. How dare you kill my? I need. You get your revenge in the court.
And you have to defend Edgeworth.
Case 4, your rival throughout the first case is
and there's
you're defending him, and then there's so much character development just in Edgeworth in that game that by case 5, your hated enemy, the prosecutor, as a defense attorney, you force Edgeworth to realize winning isn't everything. This guy screwed up. This guy's bad. The moment where you team up with Edgeworth and start arguing against Gant while he's standing there looking smug with his awesome music and sweet orange suit jacket and that awesome red tie thing with the bronze circle in the middle, taking him down is such a huge moment that I'll never forget that. And that's why Trials and Tribulations, those 2 moments, which are maybe even more of a spoiler, so I won't say that. But by the time you get to 3, the fact that it can still provide those moments, despite having played this formula before, the gameplay not changing all that much, especially from 2 to 3. The ability for that series to keep making you have incredible moments like that as a gamer is huge, and that's why I would have all 3 of these all 3 of these games are top 5 for me. Let alone I'm gonna double check that. Yep. Those are 3 of my top 5 games. Just because I cannot forget what happened in those games because those moments are so good and because they are so well written and the characters are so well developed and they change and their motivations are, you're figuring it out along with those characters how they're going to react and who they are. That's why I have them so high. And that's, if the table wants to get rid of one of them now, just because there are 3 of them, numerically that makes sense, and we want to give credit to as many sources as possible, but man, those games are good.
I've always given Pokemon by the way, for my rule. Split up games. Pokemon, complete exception.
That's
no
these for me. That's what these are. I didn't want to get rid of Justice for All, but it's the second worst. I didn't want to get rid of Edgeworth, even though it's easily the worst game in the series. They are all excellent. So
3 of them.
So, in summary, Okamiden or Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars for me.
Those would be my bottom 3
Diamond,
to expand.
you're high.
just throwing it out there.
All right. I don't know.
This is this is what I've been looking forward to the entire time we've been doing this.
Oh, suck. All right, let's just get rid of Devil Survivor. Let's get it to 10.
Okay. I've never touched it.
Neither of
so.
you guys have played it. I was this
No
close to
love.
buying it for you, Dave, right before a game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I probably still will. I'll probably buy it for Derek too if I can find that. I can't say if it's harder than the first game because I beat the first game and that prepared me for the second game. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I really feel like I can't comment on that. Also played some Nocturne and Devil Summoner and games, a lot of games in between there in the series. So.
Yeah.
Are we doing it?
I would think it's easier, but it might not be. I say, what would be the alternative?
Let's do it.
Probably Okamiden, judging by Dave's reaction.
Let's make it Devil Survivor.
All right. Number 11, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2.
Came out this year.
Came
Game
out this
Awards.
year.
Look for it.
Almost a year after the 3DS release. Came out on the DS.
Black and White 2 is coming on the DS. This list isn't over. All right, we're down to 10.
We are down to our top 10. Holy crap. All right.
Oh, yes. Okay. I think I'm going to have to go with Dave and get rid of Ace Attorney 1 since we're not going to go Trials first. And then number 9 has to be 999.
I think it deserves to be higher.
But it's number 9. I actually had it lower than... it wasn't in my top
Well,
10.
you want to know something funny? On my own personal list, I have it ranked number 9.
Yes.
I have it at 7.
I had
So
it
I'd be okay with that. 999 at 9.
It'd be, I think it'd be 5.
It's a little ironical.
I had it at 14.
It's almost too planned. I almost feel like we're obligated not to put it at 9.
Well, I think we're obligated to put it at 9. I think very much. Are we doing Ace Attorney 1 though?
No!
I would.
No!
Alright, Trials Tribulations it is!
No!
My vote would be for the original. So I'm with you.
I could do Jita Siwa first, but
Yeah.
Dave's definitely
Yep.
not down with that.
Jitasiwa.
So I'm down with that. So I guess that depends which way you want to throw your vote.
Okamiden. Number 10.
No.
How far did you get into Okamiden, Dave?
Not terribly far, but far enough to get hooked back into the world again.
Heck, Radiant Historian at 10.
I'm going with Ace Attorney or 999. I'd rather have Ace Attorney first. And it kills me inside to have Trials over first, so that's okay. I've accepted it.
I love Trials.
I love it first.
Trials is making it.
It already has made it sometime.
Trials is making it even further. I'm up for the original Phoenix. Sounds like you are too. That's a majority.
That's never been the way we've worked it.
Basically.
Dave, where
No.
you had Jita at 5?
Yeah.
Where'd you have it, bro?
Like 30. I mean, it's...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I didn't play much of it.
23. I can understand 999 at 9, although I'd had it before.
I can understand it at 9 too. It's fun.
If anything, I'd go 10, 9, 8, 7. But that might be too much to ask.
I think those are our 4.
I would think so.
Yeah. Begrudgingly, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely with those 4. Want those as 4. It will be those 4 in some order.
Yeah, well.
I mean, personally, I do this, but
Well, I'd switch that with this.
I know you would.
I love how we're just saying that and this and that and this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're...
Good point. Good catch,
Yes,
Dave.
thank you, Dave. Yeah, that's...
That's going to sound weird.
Everybody's just hitting the X.
Slowly.
Everybody's just closed this out already.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
got...
This is crap.
we don't have high production values yet. We don't each have our own mic. And we don't have all this. We're doing
Dave.
this. We're doing this raw.
Dave has Okamiden in his DS right now. On my DS as well.
It's true.
I still think Radiant Historia is a solid contender for the bottom 4 of the 10.
I'd say the next after those, if it's not going to be Trials. But
It won't be Trials.
I'd say that's a good number 6.
I mean, I'd like to figure out where we're all lying on
And
where
then-
the Pokemon games are and how much space is in between them.
Top 5.
Okay.
Kill him now.
Both of them.
So then exactly, top 5, right here.
Yeah.
3 Phoenix Rats and 2 Pokemon.
Exactly! Yes,
That's
3
insane.
Top 5. 3
No.
Phoenix Wright games, 2 Pokemon.
I am okay with locking Rating Historia at
I
6.
don't want us to be fanboys.
Dave, it's not, it doesn't matter what we are, like, this is our list. It's always been our list.
Okay.
It's the games we like the most.
You're right. You're right.
It's not
I
the
just-
list as viewed by
I don't like-
somebody other than us.
I don't like those games.
Dave, this is why I love the idea of taking our top 30 and then writing about them all, like what we think about where they are or the games themselves, and then maybe even having like our favorite 5 games that didn't make the cut, or
How
game,
about
like,
starting a podcast then?
I like a mathematical.
Which
approach.
game?
Oh yeah,
Are you sad it's not in our top 30?
I like that. Yeah,
I like a mathematical approach.
But I knew we were going to be short on time.
yeah,
Oh, we're doing fine right now.
yeah, we're doing okay.
Can we seriously lock Rating Historia at 6?
That's what
I mean, yeah, I probably could. Yeah, actually, I would. If these are going to be our next 4, Radiant Historia should be number 6.
Deal.
that is so weird.
It is. Progress.
Well, it's. I mean, maybe that's not, ultra official right now, but as of right
Yeah,
now,
okay.
that's.
We'll set it aside.
No, it makes perfect sense, but it's so weird how we
It
just
is
did that.
very weird.
I mean, you can't argue with it.
I know when we hit one of our borders, it was either 70 or 50. Probably 70. We mathed out one set of
We did
4 or 5.
like 4
whatever
games
it
or
was.
something like that. We did math it out, but at this point,
I don't want to math out.
Yeah.
no, we can't math this out.
Alright, we're going to verbally math it out then.
Fine.
I give this game 1 billion points. There we
Alright,
go.
most points loses.
I give these 3 games 10 billion points.
He was pointing towards Trials and Tribulations.
I was pointing toward Ace Attorney.
Yep, Trials and Tribulations. He's turning.
The original Ace Attorney.
Oh, okay. Me and Dave both said.
Of
Phoenix
those
won.
4, I say it's Journey 1 to go last. Number 10.
I agree.
Fine. No, like Alex is making a big sacrifice, essentially locking Trials and Tribulations now to at least 5. So, I feel like I can capitulate and say Ace Attorney 1. If he wants it to be in these bottom 4, it can go 4.
Done. 10.
So our number 10 is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Let's do it.
Number 9,
That's
are we
good,
going to be
number
fun
10.
with it?
Yeah.
Or are we just going to do the obvious thing?
I'd still rather get rid of both of these. I'd rather get rid of GTA and
I would
Okamiden
rather
before
get rid of
999.
Okamiden right now.
999 is my lowest, obviously. I freaking love me some 999. But we're in the top 10, so I think.
That's true.
That's saying something for Okamiden when it can beat out the absolute ridiculous awesome moments in 999.
Yep.
That's why I said my vote's for Okamiden.
It's my best boss
That's what I'm
fight to
getting.
last year. Nominated for Graphics Artistic. And it's long. especially for DS games. Standard.
999 took us a while to get
Yeah.
through those endings.
Yeah. Maybe 10 hours. I don't know.
Oh, it took us more than 10 hours.
Once we got
That
the
first playthrough took at least 6.
After that first one, it went pretty quick. Because I excelled that. It's like, is this how you solve all the puzzles? Yay!
Yep.
As we did. That was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You basically made your own walkthrough.
Yeah.
More or less.
I did that with LNR too.
So you'd go 999 GTA Okamiden.
Yep.
I would go Okamiden GTA 999.
I'm with you.
So,
So lacking in GTA in the middle of those?
I was just gonna say.
So we'd be locking
GTA
GTA at
9.
8.
I was just gonna say GTA 999.
We could do that.
At this point, it doesn't matter. It's top 10. Let's do it.
Yep.
All right. GTA Siwa ends up at 9. 999 at 8. And Okamiden at 7.
And Radiant at 6.
Yep.
Sweet.
We have a top 5. 2 Ace Attorney games. 2
Two
Pokemon games. And the world ends with you.
Yes, it does.
How are we gonna do this?
We're gonna...
Nomination for number 5. Pokemon Black and White.
Trials and Tribulations.
Not yet. I prefer to see one of the Pokemon games at number 5. So I'd get behind
I could
one
do
of those.
How about Black and White Trials and Tribulations?
No.
I'm not comfortable with that either.
Well, I could do Black and White Apollo.
Definitely.
I
We already
could do
gave
that
Apollo best story writing.
True, but
And those games all are about their story.
Apollo may have story, but Trials and Tribulations has characters.
guys,
No, but I mean, but seriously, Christoph Gavin. Oh.
There's cards I don't want to play because we're too far in, and it's against my
There's what?
internal
What?
beliefs. There's cards I don't want to play. Like,
Alex is considering going nuclear here, apparently.
no, it's just like, I mean, talking about video games as video games and games, whereas
Art forms.
I mean, the Ace Attorney series elevates themselves, I guess, above video games almost, but they're seriously lacking gameplay. And Apollo innovates where no game except Edgeworth does anything different, really. Because he has this little bracelet where you pick on tells, which is kind of cool. But
that was also
that's
the worst part of that game.
Oh, I like that.
How many times did you get absolutely stuck and railroaded by that idea in the game? There were times when I got stuck for like 20 minutes.
Half the time.
Oh, I think
Trying
he
to-
twitched.
The last
Failed.
one was the hardest. That was the only one that's a bit long, I guess. But I liked it. It was pretty cool.
I mean, that was a really cool idea, but it was the worst part of that game.
Nope. Worst part where was. Oh, dang, I don't remember if that's. I don't remember which case. Which one is Tiger Phoenix in?
Oh god.
I think that's
That was
Trials, isn't it? Whichever game that's in, that's the worst part of that game.
Was that 3?
It was the third case of whichever game it was in.
I'll figure it out.
We could think through it probably.
I need to play those games again. Like all of them in a row.
I think Tiger Phoenix was in
Marathon.
Trials.
I'll have it.
I own this one.
That was the third case in Trials and Tribulations. El Tigre. Furio Tigre.
Yeah.
That's his name. Also featured one of the worst defendants in series history. Maggie Bird.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But she's more than one, so that's why she's first. She's the first one in the second game. First case.
Mm-hmm.
That was my very first case.
My description for the first case in Justice for All is: a knockout, a blackmailer, and a crazy defendant still couldn't save this from mediocrity.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I couldn't even remember who the guilty party was in that game. I didn't get the guilty party. I didn't find them before they found me again.
Wow. Wow. That's now the guilty party reference.
That's right.
Save that for the Wii list.
That's right. We're getting there.
Too late. It's already out there.
Dave just said he owns Apollo Justice and says it's the best one.
I also own Trials and Tribulations. Come on now.
So close.
And I bought that one first.
Because it came out first.
I just devoured it.
Dude, that could not have been good for your colon.
I still play it.
So,
Dave, is your number one
Dave
game
says
left?
Trials and Tribulations. It passes.
Dave, is your number one game left?
Passes.
Say what?
Dave, is your number one game left?
Yes, it is.
Balls.
What?
I was afraid of that.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
It's because that game sucks.
What's gonna happen? You can see it. See it happening now. Certain games will jump out and go. Anyways.
How do we proceed? I think it's safe to say it's not going to be Trials and Tribulations. Because Dave said not yet, and it's Brock's number one.
Right.
Okay.
Can't be Trials
It's
and
not Trials and Tribulations.
We also know what else it's not gonna be.
Exactly.
Yeah, better not be.
Right?
Okay, so it's one of those three. I guess it's black and white. We'll go with Brock's.
About to say, it's gotta be one of those two.
Alright, number 5 is Pokemon Black and White.
That was quick. Logic to...
Alright, down to 4.
Trials and Tribulations.
Number 4, Apologists. Not a chance.
It hasn't even been said yet. Still hasn't been said.
The World Ends With You should go next. There, it's been said.
So we have 3 different games that should go next. So
Yes,
Diamond's
it is.
safe.
Diamond it is! Lock it in.
Exactly, Diamond's gone.
Diamond's number 1, I guess.
Diamond's your winner? How did that get
You
decided?
know what? At this point, over The World Ends With You? Sure.
Yeah.
Done.
No.
Deal. Diamond is number 1.
Not an actual
Trials
deal.
is 4.
Hypotheticals. No, we all have different ways of how this is going to go. Wrapped in our head. Now we got to decide which one's the right one. And who's just a loser.
Yes. Try.
It doesn't have to be Trials.
It doesn't.
The World Ends With You could go right now.
Definitely.
Done. Game over.
No, 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 no.
Had to restart it today because it's my favorite GS game. Oh, the crowdcast.
Hey, guess what? You're not alone in that opinion. Oh, the crowd don't care.
It's okay. At this point, I don't care anymore, so go ahead.
Yeah. Apathy for the win.
I assume at this point it'll go Trials, Apollo, Diamond, The World Ends With You.
No, it'll go
That's the way
Apollo.
Alex has it.
It'll go Apollo, Diamond,
What?
Trials. The World Ends With You.
No, do you have Apollo over Diamond?
I'm seeing.
That shocks me.
Why?
Like, that's much more surprising than you having The World Ends With You at number 1.
That's how I would list it. Just throwing that. out
Exactly. This one, then this one, then this one, then this. Sure. Okay. I
there.
can do
1,
that.
2, 3, 4. That is my personal rankings there. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know. It's if my first impression of The World Ends With You hadn't been so appallingly bad, that I'd have a much easier time here. But there's a reason I haven't touched that game in 2 years.
Hey people. You can't hear
It's
me.
okay. Through the magic of editing, that will be a much more concise
I
pause.
would hope so.
This is
Brutal?
really rough.
Brutal?
Well, no, it's I mean, it's not even brutal because my top 10 has been ravaged from the start. So.
From the start? Trials and Trips. Still there.
It is.
One at number 2. No lower. But I'll settle for lower. Like 4th! Yeah! Stalemate.
I might have to take that deal.
Stalemate.
I mean, I'd do this, but
Stalemate.
actually, no, I wouldn't.
Yep. It just comes down to I don't want him touching.
Why? Of all things, why?
Because I think that would look stupid.
But we got a Pokemon game on the other end of that. So if you don't want
So
to
that's
touch him,
perfect.
then that's how we have to do it.
Alright, I'm good.
No, we could do this.
I know we could, but that's not gonna happen. You know better. You know better.
It's okay. I know a lost cause that logic can't overcome when I see it.
I guess I'll take that 4.
So for those of you who can't see what we're doing,
Sweet.
the current deal on the table is Apollo Justice at 4, Diamond at 3, Trials and Tribulations at 2, and The World Ends With You at 1.
I'm okay with that deal because I'm the one that set it up.
Whose opinion doesn't matter.
That's the point.
Apparently.
No, Dave's the one who's been saying that all the time.
I have been.
I think we gotta take it, Dave. I was just glad you guys had Diamond over Black and White like me.
Yep.
I didn't actually. In
Really?
my- no.
What?
I had Diamond and Pearl at 6 and Black and White at 2.
That's interesting.
I had more fun with Black and White.
Hmm.
Just because of all the new additions and
Yeah.
the way that it looks. It feels like a new game.
It could largely be attributed to me just playing more Diamond, but I was thinking through it today. I could easily boil it down to 4th gen being far superior to 3rd gen.
Yep.
Or 5th gen.
That's the biggest thing for me, I think.
That's true, but see, I'm not looking at it like in terms of how competent the generation of Pokemon
Yeah.
actually are.
Yeah.
I'm just the game.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Black sucked me in so much more because they just threw all these new additions and visually it looks so much better, and you actually have Pokemon battles inside your house and like trash your room.
Yep.
That's how the game starts. Spoilers!
That was funny.
It's the first 10 minutes.
First 10 minutes of Black and White. Spoil!
I was like, oh, I love it.
All over this place.
There's actual destructible environments.
I'll take the deal.
Undestructible environments.
Defeatedly.
Defeatedly. Begrudgingly.
Correct.
Backstabbingly.
No, I'm not down with
Murderously and tentatively. Or just shut down Squeenix. Squeenix, you did so good. Such a good job.
that. Is there rumors of another one?
Yep.
Are there?
3DS.
Really? Yay?
Heck yeah.
A lot of people were pretty upset about
Yeah, a lot of the comments are very negative. I would love another one.
I would too.
I don't know how they would do it, story-wise.
I don't either.
It wouldn't make much sense, but
None at all.
bring it on. It could be a Devil Survivor 2 thing. where
Different city or
exact same
different
game,
universe, parallel
100%
universe or
different.
something. Who knows?
Everything else. Please make you and your Reaper. Reaping up face foods.
Creeping.
Like, it got me excited about the Kingdom Hearts game in 3DS because there's World Ends With You. know you're in a rough spot here with me at least, Brock.
Yep. That's the biggest problem is I cannot argue against this because any change I make will be instantly denied.
Probably.
Anything. And that's like the problem is these three for me are in the right order. So I mean.
So 3 or 4 now.
It's not. I just.
I've got, I guess, 1 out of 2.
That's what I want. And see, I agree with Brock on those 3, and Alex on that one.
Yeah. You got a great equalizer.
Mm-hmm.
I bet this pencil slamming down on the table is going to sound really loud.
Probably is. I mean, I've been.
Oh yeah, it's just showing up here. We're not talking too quietly.
I hope not, but
Whatever.
We're not really talking much at all.
not right now. This is.
Yeah, these last 8 minutes have been nothing.
This is kind of cutting room floor.
I've been counting.
material.
Yeah, this is again the magic of editing.
Yeah, when it's the actual finished products, now we're down to 5 games. Oh, we got it locked in.
Yeah, there should be some real funny editing, I think.
That'll be. I think it will be a lot of fun.
Just because the stops have been really awkward, I'm sure it'll be.
Yep, but it's going to be my first editing project, so that'll be fun.
To make it sound coherent.
I'll try. Yeah, try to make it sound as. I'll have to play some of the stuff when we get it finished.
Just like you have the microphone, edit. Time lapse.
Yeah, that'll be adding in some little description. We edited this out, but this was essentially 8 minutes of silence.
Deal or no deal.
At least explain to me why The World Ends With You is the best game on the system.
You got the stage.
I got this?
Yeah. I'll accent.
I'm not good at explaining why I like games.
Exactly, which is why you need practice. Go.
It's so difficult.
Best
Think about
game
how awesome
of
this is going to be when you put it into
system.
words for all these games.
I know.
It's going to be great.
I know. Okay. Musically, the game was great. Visually, the game was great. I know you had issues with the controls. I had no hitches with the
I
controls.
literally could not get the bottom half of the combat to work.
I had like 2 pins that kind of misfire on me, but everything else, I never had a hitch. It registered every little stroke, every little circle for me perfectly. I never had an issue with that. The story is so engaging. Plot twists practically around every turn. The way that your character evolves and matures over the course of the first week, even, is it's amazing. And then as you progress further throughout the game, he just grows more and more as a character. The build-up, the climax of the game, the whole fight to basically just win this giant game that you're trapped in, beat the Reapers once and for all. It's a very fulfilling fight.
What would you say the major themes of the game are?
Themes? I'm never good at themes.
I can think
Well, there's the menu theme and the battle theme.
Right. I don't focus on.
Well, at the start he's like, I hate people. I don't get them.
Which is pretty antisocial there. I don't know.
Not social.
You start talking.
Yeah.
It's pet peeves.
Yep.
Yeah, well, thematically, the game's pretty good. I mean, there's one key one that I'm remembering, and it's just that Neku he thinks he's all on his own, but it's just, there's community, and teamwork is like the whole idea of making a pact with someone and then like instantly linking them for the whole week and stuff.
That's true. Your
Like
plans
that's
don't
huge.
work.
Like he hates people. Like that's made very clear in the first ridiculous cutscene. That might be the worst part of the game. It's pretty lame at times at the very start. But, and she's like, make a pact with me, and he's like, okay, whatever. And then he didn't realize that he entered into this commitment, and he can't defeat them by himself, and he needs the help of other people. And that's a metaphor for life.
That is true.
You can't go through life.
Pins don't work.
That statement, you've said that twice now, and that makes no sense to probably anybody listening and me.
That's fine. We'll figure it out.
Well, explain it for my sake, if anything.
Oh. Well, in the game, the pins that you use to attack your enemies with,
Yep.
they will not work unless your character has made a pact with another character. And if that pact gets broken, i.e. a character dies or goes missing, your pins cease to work again.
And
you were defenseless.
I guess my one thing to add to Dave is the pin system for the combat is one of the coolest battle systems I've ever seen.
That part is really awesome.
Like each pin has a different DS function. I mean, that's why I nominated it for best use of system. Is that it uses circles and slashes and all these weird different little things to do with the system to make each specific pin work. So that's why you don't have to click on a pin to use it. You just start doing that, and then it's pretty cool. And it has cool mounts. And it's probably also one of the least RPG Square games I've played, aside from maybe Third Birthday. Those two, and those are also like my two favorite Square games, except for Super Mario, which is really good. But that's Squaresoft.
Yes. So this is it, huh?
I think so.
I'm okay with it.
That game's better than Pokemon?
On my favorite games list, no, but on my DS list, yes.
Do it. Bring this journey to a close. The year of work.
I guess.
Seal the envelope.
I guess it's done.
Put the stamp on it. Drop it in the mailbox.
I didn't like it, but I put it
It's a Beyonce reference.
Okay, well, sure. I thought she liked it.
That's what that
You
is.
should put her in.
That's why I'm going to put a ring on it, but I don't like it.
Okay.
All right.
White Castle, you win.
All right. Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, coming in at 4. We've got Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum at number 3. We've got Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations at 2. And The World Ends With You takes the Brock, Alex, and Dave top 30 DS game list number 1 spot. So, that's that. Hopefully, if you're listening to this, their companion piece will also be up, hopefully where you found this, detailing our opinions on the top 30, and hopefully sharing some of our favorite DS games that didn't make the cut. I know a few that I'll be trying to evangelize quite heavily. These two guys here didn't exactly go for, and I'm sure everybody's got some games like that. But yeah, this is a year and a month exactly of our efforts, staring at 109 DS games sitting on the other side of the table. It's been a lot of work, a lot of fun, and I guess we've finally done it. Congrats, guys. We did it. Nobody's talking. This is kind of weird.
Next stop, the Wii.
Next up, A list of the Wii's library.
You two have fun.
And the best games.
You two have fun.
Oh, Dave, you're already working on Prime 3. Looking Stories on deck.
You've got a lot of the good stuff.
You already beat Okamiden. Like that's
You beat Okami.
that's half the fight right there.
You got a lot of good stuff done.
Did I say Okamiden? Okami.
You did say Okami did, but that's okay.
Beating Okami was a long game.
That is my.
It's a long
So I think of my
process.
only
So was beating
exception.
Infinite Space and Strange Journey.
My
So
only exception to the court rule is Okami, because that game's better than it was on its
Yep.
original system.
yeah. But yeah, all right. So that's
Yeah.
it. Did we? Is it
I can
done?
see it.
Did you? No. Oh, okay.
We got about 10 minutes.
still going,
Yeah,
woo!
106.
All right.
Yeah,
16.
Anything else, guys? Thoughts? What you think of where these things are?
I guess what did you expect to be the top? I guess from.
No, I thought I knew it was going to be. I thought I had a chance with Dave for Trials, so I thought that might win over The World Ends with You. I was pretty sure for you it was going to be Trials. I mean not Twowie or Pokemon Platinum, Diamond Pearl Platinum. I mean for me my top 5 list was Trials and then Diamond Pearl Platinum, Chrono Trigger, Apollo, and the original Ace Attorney. So largely intact, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought I at least had a shot at getting Trials up there at 1.
I didn't think Dave would have had it that one. I thought it would have been his favorite Ace Attorney game, but I guess I didn't think he'd have it.
Yeah.
You know, I remember you guys absolutely loving Twowie, but I figured maybe I had a shot at it. Being so far distant from when you guys played it.
It has been a while. Well, he played it at least twice through,
Yeah,
if not more.
Yeah.
I only played it once through. Started getting today. I don't know how much more I played.
Heck, I want to go again.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's the best things.
I don't know. It's an interesting list.
Yeah.
Oh, look. But it's been a lot of games, a lot of gaming, a lot of great stuff. The DS probably has one of the strongest libraries in video game history. I mean, the fact that we started with 125 or 155, and we could have easily started with more.
Yeah, 5 more.
And so 160 games just in the listing process, and then more that we got rid of before that are still worth talking about. And that's really impressive. And games continue to still come out on it. So first party games still continue to come out on the system. So obviously it's not done yet.
Yeah.
I thought Devil's Survivor 2 was going to be near.
Yeah,
I thought it was done before that.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
I remember when Overclocked was announced for the 3DS, and then it was like, Devil's Survivor 2 coming out on the DS. It's like,
Yeah.
what? That was like within a week. That was like,
It's yeah.
I'm surprised, I guess, to see 999 go so high. But, I love that game.
I mean it's
I guess I didn't think it'd go that high.
it was just something that came out of nowhere and surprised everyone. And I think that feeling of surprise and just realizing that it was that good helped carry it a lot. Both the Game of the Year 2010 and here. But it's really good stuff.
Like, even during our 2010 list, everyone's like, how high can we really let this game go?
Yeah. Yep.
So I guess I thought some of that would carry over. But that's fine. It's probably one of the most memorable games here.
Yeah.
Like, I put it right up there with the Ace Attorney games. That's how I basically ranked it as.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll start it.
That's it.